All set, looking good?
It looks like we are, yeah, all green lights are on, so we are cooking with gas. Monroe, nice work. Thank you. So Wyatt, do you want to go to college next year?
Yeah, I might take a gap year and just...
Nothing wrong with a gap year.
Yeah.
My problem was I was told to take a gap year after my freshman. And then I figured it out.
How are you, brother? Good luck.
Bro.
Season. My goals for life are to retire early and live a good life. What I will remember most about being a sailor is the way we play as a team and the brotherhood behind it. My name is Jaden Kemery. I am a junior at SSHS, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
That was your Steamboat Sailor Spotlight on 105.7 KTYV Sports on FM. Steamboat Sailors Football on KTYV Sports on FM is brought to you by
Yampa Valley Bank, Alpine Lumber, The Corner Slice, Mountain View Car Wash, Steamboat Ace Hardware, Russell's Auto Salon, Mountain Mattress and Furniture, The Allison Agency with Allstate, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals, and Chris Puckett with the Downtown Edward Jones office.
It's time now. Steamboat Sailors Football on KTYV Sports on FM at 105.7 and steamboatradio.com.
Now let's go to the booth for the call of Steamboat Sailors Football.
Brian Harvey, Mike Deemer live here at Gardner Field. Oh, are you loud? There we go. How about we turn you down a little bit? We are here at Gardner Field getting ready for the Coltrane rivalry. Steamboat Sailors getting ready to take on the Moffat County Bulldogs. Mike Deemer alongside Brian Harvey. How are you, Mike?
Oh, outstanding. Welcome to another beautiful Friday night. Got some football, fantastic matchup, Steamboat and Moffat. We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
Holy shnikes, Batman.
That
That was awesome. Do we know who that student is? Molly, we forgot her last name.
What's Molly's last name?
We'll figure that out.
Come on, Wyatt. What do you think you're up here for? To help us out now.
Brian Harvey, Mike Deemer here at Gardner Field. It is a beautiful night for football. Not a cloud in the sky. Sun starting to set here on Gardner Field. It will be in the eyes of, it looks like, the Moffat County Bulldogs as we're getting set to kick off. Your Steamboat Sailors in all black with the hard-to-read red numbers. Moffat County Bulldogs in white tops, blue pants, and white helmets with blue numbers. They'll be moving left to right on your radio dial. Your Steamboat Sailors moving right to left.
Stands to reason. This is going to be a great game. Really looking forward to this. Love our friends in Craig. It's become a real congenial rivalry because we're all in the same boat here in the Yampa Valley. Everybody in Craig comes over to Steamboat. We visit over there. Got some good friends in Craig, and a lot. You know what? There's a lot of support now between both towns for both programs. Realizing, you know, like I said, we're all in this boat together.
Coltrane rivalry underway. Kickoff there by Jack Tracy, over to the left side. Picked up. He's got room down the right sideline to the 50, 45, 40, and out of bounds. A nice kickoff return there by number 84.
And I'll tell you what, he didn't come up with the final tackle, but number 8 for the Sailors, Jake Hamrick, he's the one who saved that from being a touchdown. The return man was sprinting down the sideline, and Hamrick hit him, spun him around, and allowed his defense, his special teams teammates to come up, but still going to set up great field position for the Moffat County Bulldogs.
So the Bulldogs starting 1st and 10 from the Sailors' 40-yard line in Steamboat territory, obviously. From the gun, inside handoff, takes it outside to the left. That's number 28, the big running back, Kevin Hernandez, who had 170 yards last week against the Summit County Tigers.
And I got to say, to start the game, on Wednesday night, we had our quarterback offensive line dinner at Johnny B's, and one of the Sailors told me I was missing all the tackles he was making. I'm not going to say whose his name was, but nice job on that play by number 52, Ryan Hansen.
Throw down the left side, that's complete, and we've got a touchdown right off the bat.
And I got to be honest, you know, I know the Sailors look like they're playing on their heels. Kind of that kickoff set Moffat County up with great field position. But that was a fantastically executed offensive play by the Moffat County Bulldogs. The quarterback hit the receiver in stride, and he was gone. He came up through the seam on the left side, and that was a beautiful quarterback-to-receiver connection.
Ryan Peck, the quarterback, hits Dario Alexander, number 11, on a slant. And just like that, it's a 6-0 game. Going for 2 points here. The Bulldogs are able to convert. So it's 8-0 right now, right off the bat.
Talk about taking a punch on the chin. But you know what? It's early in the game. I know it's like, holy cow, Steamboat's down 8-0. But it is early in the game. You just got to get yourself settled in. That was just a blown coverage, and there was not much you could do on that first offensive series. You kind of gave up a big special teams return. You're on your heels. You're trying to get settled in, and Moffat just had the momentum and just didn't let up. They just kept coming and coming, and it was a great throw by the quarterback for the Bulldogs.
So your Steamboat Sailors are set to return. Tanner Raper is the deep man to the right. Number 10, Cody Mousley.
So again,
to the left.
And I said, like, I had to bring it up. I was called out for not seeing the numbers too correctly, so I am going to say this game tonight is going to be the Ryan Hansen game.
Okay.
Not that he's the one to call me out or anything.
Well, color combination not good. This one's going to squib out of bounds, so it will be a penalty. And I believe we're going to have a re-kick as they move him back 5 yards.
Is that how it works in high school?
It can, I believe so, or maybe not. Let's see what they do here, Mike.
Usually kicking out of bounds on the kickoff goes to the 35. That's a major penalty. 35-yard line is good field position. Let's see if the Sailors can kind of retaliate for giving up the quick defensive flaw.
We've got Raper at quarterback, Cole Gideon off to the left, handoff to Morris. Morris picks up positive yards. The fleet of foot running back takes it to the right side of the line and picks up 7.
And I'll tell you what, he'd still be galloping for the sideline if it wasn't for number 84 for the Moffat County Bulldogs, Dagan White. Made a shoestring tackle and stopped Morris from breaking that for even more.
Russell and Morris in the backfield. Gideon and shot to the right and left. Quarterback sneak, and it looks like Raper's going to be close to the first down. He is right at the first down marker. That's maybe an inch short. I think they got to measure it.
That's a first down. That's a first down. The head referee saying he got to the white stripe. That's a first down. Good job by the Sailors offense here to start.
Sailors bringing it up to the line of scrimmage. Gideon and shot wide to the right and left. Inside handoff to Finn McMissile. Russell pushing the ball forward. Only gets a couple of yards on the play. You know the Moffat County Bulldogs are gearing up for Russell, who's averaging over 107 yards a game on the ground.
And both lines, the Moffat County Bulldogs and the Steamboat Sailors, their strength lies in the offensive and defensive lines both teams bring to the game.
Second down, about 8.5 to go for the first. Ball marked down at about the 46-yard line. Back to passes, Raper. 3-step drop, and he lunges forward, gets close to the line of scrimmage. But I think he's short of that, as that's going to be counted as a sack.
It is, and it should be. The Bulldogs brought 2 linebackers in on the blitz, and before Raper could even set his feet, he had blue and white in his face.
Raper under center. Receivers to the right and left. Russell and Morris in the backfield. And we've got a quick whistle on the play. Looks like false start for Steamboat. No, offsides. Moffat County. Let's see what the call is.
I think that's going to be offsides against Moffat County. They got a little jumpy there.
I don't know.
No, you're right.
They're facing the wrong way. No, now they've been redirected.
The head referee said turn around. Come on, guys. Stop throwing this off.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 for your Steamboat Sailors. Ball right at the 50-yard line. Sailors moving right to left. 9:23 left in this first quarter. Moffat County up 8-0 here early in this ball game. We are live from Gardner Field, and we get more movement.
There you go again. That's going to be 5 more. That's going against Moffat County. That's going to give the Sailors an easy first down, and that's what both teams have to watch, particularly from the last 2 weeks watching the Sailors. They know they got to cut down on the penalties, obviously. Even any coach will tell you that. But for the Sailors, it's really about the turnovers. They have got to protect the football.
Ben shot to the left. Cole Gideon to the right. Inside handoff. No, that's Tanner Raper taking it to the outside. He's got the first down in the sideline. He takes it for 15, down over the 30, down to about the 27.
And I talked to Raper a bit about his running this week. He said once he gets a few steps under him, he really can see down the field and kick his gears in. And you just saw it was obvious right there. He gets downfield a little bit, takes a few steps. He can see the field a little clearer and find the open running space. Great job by Raper to pick up another first down.
1st and 10 for your Steamboat Sailors. They are in Bulldog territory, marked down at about the 33-yard line. Raper under center. 2 men in the backfield. Hand off to Russell. Russell takes it over to the left side. He's patient, picking up about 5 yards on the play as he's gang tackled by a pack of Bulldogs.
And I know it's not necessarily pretty or exciting, but when you can pick up 5 yards on a carry, you're going to march the ball down the field, as you well know. 5 yards and 5 yards is going to give you a first down. You'll march down the field. This is a huge drive drive right now for the Sailors offense, showing a lot of poise.
Second down, it looks like about 6 to go with the spot. Receivers to the right and left. They're on the right hash mark. Back to pass. 3-step drop. Raper throws it up, and that one's caught by Schott. Schott's close to the 20. He's got 4 white shirts on him, and he drags him down close to a first down. I think he's got it.
I think he does. Nice fighting for the first down.
So the Sailors putting together a nice drive here after the Moffat County Bulldogs scored in 2 plays after a great kickoff return from the Dogs.
And who was that? Number 13, the sophomore?
That's Schott.
Outstanding job.
Schott.
Great hands.
Wide to the left. 2 receivers with Finn Russell in the slot to the right. Pitch there to Morris. He's wrapped up in the backfield, and he's going to be taken down for a loss.
He did. There was a missed block at the line. As soon as Morris, you know what? That's one of those scary plays. And luckily, Morris did a good job of protecting the football. Again, like I brought up earlier, last week, the Sailors were snake bit by turnovers. That's something I spoke with a couple of the coaches about. They really worked at practice all week to eliminate. In a high school game with 12-minute quarters, you can't give the ball over 6 times.
Back to pass is Raper. Raper throwing it down the right side. He's got a man in Gideon, and Gideon couldn't haul that one in. So close. 2 men on him, but he's able to get up there, high point that ball. He looks a little shaken.
Yeah, a little bit. But, you know, that was good coverage. The ball was lofted up there and went to man-to-man, and sometimes you come down with it. Sometimes it gets slapped away.
Sailors looking to the sideline for the call. Third down, about 13 to go for the first. Ball marked down at about the 23.5-yard line. Sailors moving right to left. 2 men to the right and left. In motion goes Russell. Fakes the pitch. Now takes the ball. Raper still with it. They are not going to get it. That's going to bring up a 4th and long as he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. He's going to be down at about the 21-yard line.
And obviously the Sailors are in 4-down territory here, being at the 25-yard line, or about the 21-yard line. I'm just a little curious. I thought Moffat came over the line of scrimmage. I saw the Sailor sideline jumping up and down, but there were no flags on the play. I clearly thought Moffat encroached on that play.
4th and about 11 for the first. Raper under center. 2 men in the backfield. Russell and Morris. And Raper is going to lose yardage as he's sacked for the loss. So he was looking for receivers. They were covered, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
And, you know, right now the battle in the trenches is going to the Moffat County Bulldogs. I know this year one of the Sailors' strengths is their offensive line, and it's a great group of guys. Downs and Hanson and Slowey and Tracy, great group of guys. But right now they started off great. They got down into Moffat County territory, kind of bogged down a little bit. They got to re-rally.
So 1st and 10 for the Moffat County Bulldogs from their own 21-yard line. Number 13, Ryan Peck, hands it off inside. Positive yardage there for big number 28, Kevin Hernandez, as he picks up a few here.
He picked up a few yards, tripped up by number 12, Ben Bogan, who had a great game last week.
Ben Bogan got to play in the second half and earned a start, according to Coach in the pregame show. We've got quick whistles here, and it looks like this one's going to go against the offense with a false start. And that will back up the Bulldogs here and bring up another second down. So, yeah, Mike, Bogan had a great second half. Coach said the sophomore earned himself the start.
He did. He was all over the field last week, had 2 huge sacks, and really contributed, particularly on the defensive side of the football. Oh, the fans are starting to flow into here right now. We're going to have a packed stadium soon.
Second down, 10 to go. Peck from the gun throws it off to the white. Oh, my! That one was nearly picked up, but Hernandez got the deflection. He's racing down the left sideline, and he's going to take it to the house. Oh, my gosh. What a lucky play. The ball bounced the Bulldog way on that one, as it looked like that one was nearly picked off, Mike.
That is tough. The Sailors defended that play perfectly. That was just the football god smiling on the Moffat County Bulldogs, because that play should have been dead at about the 15-yard line. Instead, the ball bounced up, perfectly defended by the Sailors DBs. Instead, Moffat County just put 6 more on the board. Sailors are finding themselves in a tough spot here quick. Although I don't think they're down by 20 like the scoreboard would suggest.
Back to pass, and Peck is nearly... Oh, and they get the 2-point conversion. No, they say it bounced off the turf. So Peck rolled around to the left, scrambled. He had a lot of pressure on him. Who was in there, Mike? I didn't see. And then threw the ball, and it looked like it was caught from this angle, but I guess it bounced off the turf.
No, I'm watching something else. I watched the referee. This is the little things you watch in a game, especially when you're up in the booth. The referee who called the ball down went over, was blowing it and whistling, and the Moffat County offensive player who thought he had the 2-point conversion came up and kind of threw the ball at the referee, and the ref was starting to walk towards him, stopped, got his own composure back, and understood, these are young men out there, and the juices are flowing, so to let them play. So good job by the referee to kind of walk that one off. But he was eyeballing the player. He was staring him down there. Oh, what a beautiful night. After the weather we had all week here in the Yampa Valley, this is just absolute. Imagine if this was last Sunday night when that hailstorm blew through.
So the Sailors down 14-0, 5:40 left in this first period, first quarter. Back deep, Tanner Raper and Mousley. They're sitting at about the 11-yard line. Big, booming, high kick to Raper. He picks it up at the 10, then drops it, scoops it up off the turf, goes off to the right. He's got white shirts all over him, and he's only going to get to about the 13-yard line.
That is definitely a win for the special teams of the Moffat County Bulldogs. Anytime you can hold the return team behind the 20, that's a win for your side, and that's what they're doing. Right now we're watching a very inspired, very active, very athletic Moffat County Bulldog team, and as a result, they're up 14-0. However, one of those touchdowns was a whole lot of luck, but that doesn't matter. You look at the scoreboard right now; it's Moffat County 14 to Sailors 0. Sailors offense has got to respond here. They can't get too deep in the hole.
So the Sailors, under center is Tanner Raper, inside handoff. No, that's Cade Gideon, the freshman in there. Hands that one off, it looks like, to Russell. Russell's going to pick up some positive yards. With the freshman in, look for him to start throwing the ball around.
Going to spread the field. The Sailors got it. They got to get, these are only 12-minute quarters. You can't get behind too much in high school football. You got to stay with your opponent. And right now, in the blink of an eye, with 5:25 to go in the first quarter, Sailors are down 14-0. They were definitely not expecting to be in this position, so they have got to respond.
Sailors coming to the line of the scrimmage, looking to the sideline right now. There's a little delay out here, and I'm not sure what the refs are indicating here. It looks like the Sailors are going to be pushed back here. What happened, Mike?
I'm trying to figure it out. I didn't see the play, and the down marker is not lined up with where they are. It is now, but so far the referee has moved 3 times and then put the ball back. It's kind of...
So it's 1st and 15 now.
They're confused, and as a result, so are we.
Sailors coming to the line of scrimmage now. The freshman quarterback, Cade Gideon, has got Finn Russell in the backfield. Shot And Russ, I'm not sure who's in the slot. Passes that one back to Raper in the flat. Raper's got some room. Picks up positive yards. He's got the first down over the 25 down to the 26. So a play that was slow in developing turned out okay.
Outstanding job by Raper to break a few tackles. I'll tell you what, Raper is, if he's nothing else, he is tenacious. You cannot bring him down in the open field man-to-man. You need help from your teammates. He is really a fiery kind of football player. Where I like to say, Finn Russell's a downhill player. Tanner Raper is a fiery player. He just brings a lot of passion to the game, and it was clear on that play.
Absolutely. So back to pass. Gideon under center, man in motion is Raper. Inside handoff to Russell. Russell stood up at the line of scrimmage, but able to get positive yards as he picks up about 3.5 on the play.
Strong, tough kid, number 40, Finn Russell. Always going to pick up some positive yardage. Sailors really got to generate something here. Number 7, Morris just came in the game for Gideon, so we're probably going to see for Cade Gideon, so we're probably going to see Tanner Raper go back under quarterback.
And it looks like, is that Raper at quarterback now or not? I can't tell. It is Raper at quarterback, handoff inside to Russell. Russell takes it off to the left and bumps out, and he's close to a first down as he gets over the 35-yard line, close to the first down marker.
Going to depend on the spot. I think he's going to come up about a foot or two short.
I don't know. Looks like he's right there. And
First
give
down.
It to him.
Nice.
Big shout out to Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC with locations in Steamboat and Craig. And both Yampa Valley banks in both Steamboat and Craig, man, they made a lot of money for the Moffat County and the Routt County United Ways, respectively. We'll talk about that in a second. Raper under center, back to pass, 3-step drop over the middle. That one's picked off. Here come the Bulldogs back the other way. Finding the corner. Raper's the only man that can tackle him, and he does at the 3-yard line. A great tackle by the quarterback.
Oh, tough break for the Sailors. Raper had the receiver breaking down the sideline and just underthrew him. I'll tell you what, right now for the Sailors, they've been playing good football the last couple weeks. What they're really missing is their senior quarterback, number 9, Diego Effinger, who had a slight tear his ACL. They need to get him back on the field.
Quarterback keep for the 2-point conversion, and that one is good. So just like that, it's 20-0.
20-0 with 3.5 minutes to go in the first. There's not a soul out here on either side of the field who was anticipating this.
No, and the Sailors have been moving the ball quite nicely. They just unable to convert on that long drive, got held up. Playing disciplined football, just a few penalties here. And the turnovers have killed him.
Yeah, in the past 2 weeks, the turnovers have been the snake, just have snake bitten this football team.
Oh, so now they're lining up for the 2-point for the 1-point conversion. And they get the extra point.
That was a good kick, too.
So the extra point is good. I was completely confused. I thought they scored on the last play, but I missed it. We're having some technical issues over here, so I'm paying attention to a variety of things. Check the calendar again. We do have 365 days in the year, Mike.
Still? Outstanding.
Yeah.
Ooh, and the lights come on,
and the Lord said, "Let there be light."
I am just shocked. After talking to some of the players and the coaches this week, the Sailors really were anticipating a bounce-back week. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, they're down 21-0 with 3:20 to go. But they are a good football team, and I think they're a better football team than Moffat. They just had a couple bad breaks here in the game. If they could come back from a 21-0 deficit and perhaps win this game, and I honestly think they can, this would be a huge milestone for this football program.
So here comes the kickoff. Peck, the quarterback, kicks. And that one bounces at the 10, picked up by Raper. He's over the 20 to the 25. Now he cuts it back inside, and he's going to be down at about the 26-yard line.
Honestly, I just don't think it's not a panic moment yet. Like I said, they're down 21-0, but the first score was set up by a huge kickoff return. The second one by a fluke that bounced
deflected
off the
pass. It should have been intercepted.
That should have been intercepted. And the third one was an interception that Moffat County returned to the 1-yard line. So it's not like the Sailors have just been undisciplined and given up bad plays. I honestly think they're as good as, if not better than Moffat County, but not to this point in the game, clearly.
1st and 10 right now. Receivers wide to the left. That looks like Gideon. Shot off to the other side. Handoff over the left side. Positive yards there. That looks like Russell. Stumbling and bumbling. It is. And he's going to pick up about 3-4 yards on the play.
And what's tough is when a team like Moffat, who's playing their arch rival in Steamboat, gets a lead like 21-0 and has an excellent coaching staff, they're smelling blood in the water. You can see the players are amped up and they are flying to the football.
Well, this is a big game for both teams. You know, they circled this one back in August when the schedules come out. Raper under center, Morris and Russell in the backfield. Ooh, weird snap. Raper's going to take that one over the left side of the line. He will pick up a couple of yards, so that's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 4 or 5 to go for the first.
This is a huge play. Sailors are down 21-0. They got 3rd down and about 6 yards to go. You're not in 4-down territory here. If you don't get the first, you're going to be punting, giving the ball back to the Bulldogs.
Russell and Morris in the backfield. Shot and Gideon wide right left. And that's going to be a quarterback keep off the option. He's going to pick up maybe a yard on the play, but that's going to bring up a 4th and about 3 or 4. We really haven't seen the Sailors punt much this season.
But they have to punt here. You can't get any deeper in the hole. I believe number 55, Jack Tracy, is going to take care of the punting responsibilities. You know, there's a slim chance of a fake here, but the Sailors just cannot get any deeper in the hole. 21-0 is surmountable. 28-0, maybe not so much.
So Tracy is the punter. Can't tell who's back deep for the Bulldogs. Here comes the kick. It's
nice
a big
punt.
Booming punt. That's a good one. Back to the 30. Picked up there by number 11, Alexander. He takes it over to the left side. He's got some return room. And a big return for Alexander down the left side over the 50 down to about the 43-yard line of Steamboat.
Special teams for the Moffat County Bulldogs have shown up this evening. Big returns on both the opening kickoff and the first punt for the Sailors. This is a huge moment for the Sailors defense. They have got to buck down here.
So
we got a holding penalty, I believe.
So that's going to march the Bulldogs back. So a big break for your Steamboat Sailors, as it will now be 1st and 10.
There ain't a special teams coach in America on any level. High school, college, or pro doesn't just despise seeing a holding penalty on a return. It just changes the whole flavor of the play.
So 1st and 10 from the Bulldogs 43. Peck from the gun. He's got 3 receivers off to the right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield. Back to pass. Sophomore quarterback rolling off to his right. He's got room. Now he throws it into the flat, looking for Alexander. That one's incomplete.
Good job by the Sailors defensive backs and linebackers. It was great pursuit at the line, but the DBs and linebackers had great coverage. Quarterback pretty much just had to throw it away.
So we got 1 minute left in this first quarter. I'd like to thank Alpine Lumber, employee-owned and operated, the contractor's choice, and the homeowner's friend, easy to find on the other side of the tracks for all your building materials. Once again, an empty backfield here. 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. Peck the quarterback. This kid's good. And we've got a handoff on the jet sweep. Man in motion. Sailors read that one. and they drop him for a loss as number 28, who ran roughshod over the Summit County Bulldogs, Kevin Hernandez, last week with over 170 yards, is cut down for the loss. That will bring up a 3rd and 10.
Good job by the Sailors. Number 12, Ben Bogan, in on the tackle, and I believe number 67, River King, tripping him up. Good job by the Sailors' defensive line.
The river is flowing downhill tonight. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Hernandez, the lone running back in the backfield with Peck, who's from the gun. Back to pass. Throwing it down the middle. He's got a man. That one's, oh my gosh, it was Bogan. No, that was Schott who had it. Should have intercepted the ball, and it was nearly caught again.
It was. That would have been a dagger, because Schott had clear. It was great defense. So we're going to say that much to start with. Number 13, Schott, just played that play perfectly, but he had teammates in front of him. He could have come across towards our side of the field and picked up huge.
He was looking at the green that lay in front of him and did not focus on the pigskin. Here comes the long snap and the punt for the Bulldogs. Big booming kick back deep is Mousley. Mousley's going to fair catch that one at about the 24-yard line.
That was a good job. And, you know, I got to be honest, I know I'm a bit of a homer for your Steamboat Sailors, but the defender wrapped his arm around him, and you're not really...
Not when you wave your hand like that.
Yeah, no, you're not allowed to do that. Defender kind of wrapped his arm around his waist. When they wave their arm for a fair catch, you got to give it up. And before we get to the play, great job by the Sailors defense keeping their team in this game.
So I believe that's Raper under center. 2 men in the backfield, receivers to the right and left. Raper back to pass. Rolling, throwing. He's got a man and overthrows everybody, fortunately. That was Gideon, the intended receiver. Good coverage there by number 24, Carson Miller, for the Bulldogs.
Good coverage, and Raper was feeling the pressure. That one was more like I'm going to throw to the man-to-man coverage. He checked down to his 3rd receiver and then kind of had to get rid of the football because the pressure was coming from the Bulldogs' D-line.
So receivers to the right and left, 2 men in the backfield, Morris and Russell. Raper, the quarterback, looks like a blitz. Raper's going to keep that one as he rolls out to the left, and he's going to pick up positive yards, and he looks like he's a little dinged up, slow to get up.
Well, he got squished. I mean, that's one of those tough plays for a quarterback when you're getting to the outside and you get tackled from behind and just squished. End of the first quarter here.
So we got 3rd down and 6, and after 1 quarter of play, it's been all Bulldogs. 21-0 to score. Moffat County on top of your Steamboat Sailors. I'd like to shout out to our sponsors, Mountain View Car Wash, helping the Sailors clean the competition between town and McDonald's on Highway 40. Service Auto Body Shop, where you always meet by accident. Russell's Auto Salon at 879-1515, bringing you the collision of the game. Also, a big shout out to Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more, offering you knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. Go see Bridget and the gang at Steamboat Ace Hardware. Also, a big shout out to Chris Paoli and the Paoli Group. If you're searching for your own prime real estate, give them a call at 870-0552. Also like to thank Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals. If you've got friends coming to town, give them a call at 970-879-8000 for the Locals Connection discount. So, Mike, it's 3rd and about 6 to go for the first. Sailors have the ball to start off this 2nd quarter. It is marked down at about their 26, 27-yard line.
Big play here. Sailors have got to generate some offense.
Receivers to the right and left, back to pass, 2 men in the backfield, lots of pressure. Raper rolls, and he is sacked for the loss.
I mean, look where he is right now, Harv. How many white shirts are there? 3, 6, 7 white jerseys. Right now, what it is the Moffat County Bulldogs are not afraid to bring the blitz from the linebackers, and the Sailors' offensive line is just getting overmatched. Raper got sacked there before he could really set his feet. The blitz came in. There were 7 out of 11 Bulldogs all around him. Sailors' offensive line cannot block that many guys as they're coming in. They got to do something. Quicker passes.
So Tracy is the punter. Here comes the snap. Alexander back deep, and he is eating the Sailors alive. Takes a bulldog bounce as it bounces back towards the 50. The Sailors pounce on it, and it'll be 1st and 10. Decent field position for the Bulldogs at their own 49.
And you're asking the Sailors defense to do it again, to keep your team in the game, because like I've said, being down 21-0 at home is something, if they can get a score on the board, they can overcome this. But you can't give up. You can't give up much more in a high school game. It just flows too quick. The Sailors offense has got to make some adjustments. The blitz has been coming every play from the Moffat County Bulldogs. Sailors coaching staff has got to make some adjustments.
Sailors down 21-0, 11:09 left in this second quarter. Still early. Lots of football left. Peck is the quarterback. He's got 2 receivers to the right and left. Hernandez, the lone running back, he can be dangerous. Back to pass, throws it to the flat. That one's complete. Good job by the Sailors defense to stuff that down after about a 4-yard pickup.
Really coming up again big is number 13, Ben Schott. You know, we haven't called Ben's number much in the past 2 weeks, but he's having a heck of a game right now. He's all over the field.
Dagan White with the reception for the Bulldogs. Peck, the quarterback. He's a sophomore, so we're going to see a lot of him. He got starts as a freshman. Big kid. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 1 man in the backfield. That's Hernandez. From the gun, quick pass over the middle. That one's caught, and that's going to be a 1st down as number 5, Ethan Hafey.
Sailors got to make some adjustments on that play. That's the one that got the Moffat County Bulldogs their first touchdown. Receiver coming out of the slot, doing a quick skinny post up the middle. Boom, boom, quick connection, big yardage. Broke for a touchdown before, picked up a big 1st down now.
1st and 10, ball at the Sailors 32. Bulldogs moving right to left. Peck from the gun. He's got Hernandez in the backfield. Receivers 2 to the right and left. That one thrown to the flat, and he is down as Hafey caught the ball but went to his knee. And in high school football, you are down whether you are touched or not. So that's going to be a loss of 2, 2nd down 12.
Big defensive series for the Sailors here. I can't say it enough. You got to hold them. You can't find yourself down 28-0 in the first half at home against your big rival.
Clock ticking with 10 minutes left in this first half. Sailors down 21-0. Bulldogs on the move. Peck from the gun. Inside handoff there to Hernandez. He picks up positive yards, but a good job by the Sailors as they get in on the tackle. Who was that, Mike? Number 75, I believe.
I believe it was. It was number 75 for the Sailors, who also, it's Aiden Story. We called his number a few times last week. Doing a good job on the defensive line. Sailors defense done a great job containing the run. What they got to work on is their pass coverage.
3rd down, 10 to go. 1 man in the backfield with the quarterback, Peck. 3 receivers off to the right, 1 to the left. Back to pass. Peck looking. Third. Good coverage. He steps up, and this is going to be a sack. He goes down. So a huge play by your Steamboat Sailors as we had a flotilla in the backfield.
Good job by the Sailors defensive line. But that was also, and I'm going to give it up for my guy, number 52, Ryan Hansen, getting in there. He is a fired-up football player. And number 12, Ben Bogan again, who's really coming into his own as a football player for the Steamboat Sailors. But there was really good downfield coverage by the Sailors defensive back.
So the Bulldogs not respecting the Sailors at all, going for it with 4th and 19 right here to go, maybe 17. Peck from the gun. Man in motion left to right is Hafey. Back to pass is a sophomore. Peck over the middle, and that one's overthrown. Incomplete. Sailors are going to have great field position.
And you know what? I got to be honest. Like I've said many times, I'll never second-guess the coaches on the field. They know their players. They're down there. They're the ones on the green. We're up here in the booth. But I just don't agree with that play call. You're up 21-0. You're on the road. You're on the 38, 39-yard line. You could do a little squib punt and literally bury the Sailors down on their old goal line and let your defense, which has been playing great, step up again. Instead, you give the Sailors a little life here.
So the Sailors have it, 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Moving left to right on the radio dial. It looks like the freshman's back in under center. Gideon, inside handoff. Russell takes the ball, but he is thrown down for a loss.
You know what? I think on 1st first down, when Gideon's at quarterback and Russell's in the backfield, the coaching staff for the Bulldogs is reading the plays. It's almost like they've pickpocketed the playbook for the Sailors. We got to come up with something that's a little off kilter, kind of stretch the field. And you know, in week one, the Gideon connection really sparked some life in this team. Maybe it's time to go to that.
So we've got two receivers to the left, one to the right, one man in the backfield is Russell. The freshman quarterback back to pass. He's pressured. Quick pass. That one's caught, then dropped. And they're going to say that's incomplete. No football move, but man.
That was
Tanner Raper.
Incomplete, but boy, this Moffat County Bulldog team is playing some inspired football, particularly on the defensive side. They're flying to the ball as a team. Even that play had 4 defenders collapsing on the receiver.
Third down, 12 to go, 7:45 left in this first half.
And this is where the Sailors don't want to find themselves a whole game in 3rd and long.
Sailors down 21-0. Freshman quarterback's got 2 receivers in tight to the right, 2 wide to the left. Russell, the lone running back to pass. 5-step drop, looks, throws it over the middle. That one's complete to his brother, Gideon to Gideon, and that's going to be about a maybe 7-8 yard pickup, and it'll bring up 4th down and about 4 to go.
And I'm not so sure, I'm a proponent of punting when you're in that kind of situation, but you're on your heels, you're down 21-0 with just over 7 minutes to go. I believe the Sailors should go for it here.
And
I really do.
I think they agree with you as they are going for it. Freshman quarterback under center. Once again, 2 receivers off to the left, 1 to the right. Russell, the lone running back. Hard count here by the freshman trying to draw him off sides. And the Sailors are going to call a timeout here, which gives me an opportunity to thank our friends at Mountain Mattress. Mountain Mattress and Furniture located on Loggers Lane, offering the best prices and service without leaving the valley. Shop local, sleep great, and stop in and see May, Harris, and Charlie for a test snap today. Also like to thank Johnny B. Good's Diner, bringing you the shake and bake play of the game and milkshakes after. See them downtown on Lincoln Avenue, and I'll tell you what, everybody knows you've got the best burgers and shakes in town, but little be known, your Cobb salad, your salads in general are the best. And I know that's a little strange for a diner, but oh my God.
Think like a diner is like bacon and cheese.
Well, you've got bacon and blue cheese on that Cobb salad, and I had that before the game, and let me tell you what, that's portion out of control.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
A very good salad. And I am a salad aficionado. A manly man, if you will. So the Sailors, are they going to punt here or are they going to go for it? They called the timeout. I think they
switch quarterbacks.
So Tanner Raper in at quarterback, receivers to the right and left. Russell, the lone back. Sailors don't have enough men on the field. They may have to call another timeout. Is that legal? Did we see that in the NFL last night?
That wasn't NFL last night. Tampa Bay, Carolina is not really NFL. It's kind of sub. But that is tough. When you call a timeout, you're in a critical part of the game, albeit the first half. When you're down 21-0 at home, you have got to generate some kind of offense. And to call a timeout on a 4th down play and then not have the players on the field to execute the play, that's a tough break. That's something that's going to make the coaches cringe.
So we got 6:49 left in this first half. Sailors down 21-0. The ball is in Sailor territory, marked down just in front of the 46-yard line at about the 45 3/4. So the Sailors have about 4, maybe 3 3/4 yards to go for the first.
It's a huge play in the game.
Raper under center. 2 running backs in the backfield, Morris and Russell. Rolling off to his left. Raper trying to find the outside. Turns the corner. He's not going to get it.
I'll tell you what, the Bulldog defensive end who came from the outside, tracked the play down, slid off the block. That was a great job by the Bulldogs defense. Tough break going against the Sailors. They're going to turn the ball over on 4th down.
So 6:55 left in this first half. Sailors down 21-0. They turn the ball over at their own 45-yard line. That play hurt.
It did. And I know I was a proponent for going for it, but golly, that play got strung out. Great job. Sometimes you got to credit your opponent. Great job by the Bulldogs.
Three receivers off to the left. Man in motion. Little play action. That one thrown to the flat. Alexander with positive yards. He stays on his feet. Sailors can't get him down as he is really close to the first down marker. Alexander, a tenacious runner after the catch, and he's had some great returns as well, both in the punt and in the kickoff return.
And that is going to be a first down, and unfortunately, it's going to be second and short. And unfortunately, I'm watching the Sailors defensive unit. They're starting to get frustrated. I could see them slapping their pads and slapping their helmets, kind of yelling towards the sideline. They got to settle in.
Beck, the sophomore quarterback, Scott Hernandez in the backfield with him. Three receivers off to the right as they're on the left hash mark. Back to pass. Throws that one screen pass to Hernandez. Look out, he's dangerous. He's got the first down, but he is gang tackled just over the 33-yard line. So he picks up about 4 on the play, but that's enough for a first down.
And I'll tell you what, this sophomore quarterback for the Bulldogs, Peck, number 13, he's a football player. He's got a beautiful touch, great command of the field, checking down through his receivers, got a wonderful touch on the ball. Kind of puts a little float on it that just his man can come down.
6'3", 180, and he probably has a few more inches to grow. And we're going to see him for another 2 years. Peck's ball is tipped. And that's a good break for the Steamboat Sailors, and will bring up a second down and 10 as he was looking to the left. Threw that one to Alexander, who's been a machine today. And fortunately, the Sailors line got a hand on it. Did you see who touched that one?
Yeah, I think it was number 52, Hansen again. Like I said, I joked with him that I was going to call his number regardless tonight, but he's made it easy on me because he's been all over the defensive side of the ball.
One receiver to the right, 2 to the left, one man in the backfield. Fake handoff, thrown over the middle, and that play has killed the Sailors every time. Little play action, and it's wide open down the seam to number 38. Riley Nelson, the fullback, the senior, gets it inside the red zone for the Bulldogs, down to the Sailors 6 with 5:38 left in this second quarter. 21-0 the score. The Bulldogs looking to add to it. Inside handoff to Hernandez. No, that one goes back to the fullback, and he picks up positive yards.
Yeah, they went with the hurry up, but I'll tell you, that last play set up Peck for a sophomore. What a command of the ball he's got. He's just throwing a beautiful pass, and as a result, the Moffat County Bulldogs, with 5.5 minutes to go in the first half, are knocking on the door again. 2
receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Handoff over the left side. Hernandez cuts it in, and he is going to be quick.
He got in.
No, did he? They're not. I haven't seen a signal yet, unless it came from this guy over here.
He got stopped. No, he did. He got in.
Are you sure? I think it's first and goal here from the 4-yard line. I did not. Unless the guy.
No, you're right. You're right.
So he did. He got in.
They're not changing the score.
So it looks like they're adding the extra point here. The score didn't change on the scoreboard, but all of the referees hold their hands up on the extra point, but they don't on the touchdown.
No, only I think the one on our near side did. He was blocked from review, and the score hasn't changed yet. But I do believe now, with 4:50 to go in the first, shockingly, and it's official.
28-0 the score.
28-0 the Moffat County Bulldogs. And I'll be honest, after watching some practices this week, talking with the coaches, meeting with the players, this is not anything we knew it was going to be a tough game. It's always tough when you go up against Moffat. But to be down 28-0 with 4:50 to go in the first half is something no one anticipated. Sailors have got, you can't keep asking your defense to keep you in this game. You have got to generate something, whether it's the special teams. Let's see, last week we saw it where Raper took the kickback, but you got to get something to get a spark in, not only to your team, but to the fans. The stadium is packed, and everybody's kind of looking around wondering what the hey is going on. Sailors have got to generate something.
Here comes the kick. Sailors and Mousley Picks it up here at the 10. He's coming across and now cuts it back. And Mousley, he looked like
a face mask there.
You got to throw the penalty flag there.
How can you not?
There isn't a flag on the field. He was ripped from his cleats, from his helmet.
Goodness, nobody saw that? That's just dangerous, too. That kid got his helmet pulled sideways. Look at him. He's coming off the field. He's got his helmet off. That's terrible. He got his head torn off. That is just a terrible missed call. Sorry, referee's been doing a great job tonight, but that was terrible.
And dangerous.
Yeah, really bad.
Looks like Gideon under center. 2 receivers off to the right. They're on the left hash mark. Back to pass. 3-step drop. Throws that one down the middle. Looking for Raper and Gideon, both in the same place. And that one falls incomplete, but nearly caught as it bounced off both receivers' hands.
It did. Bounced up, and I thought the secondary, that was thrown to number 27, Raper. I thought number 2, Gideon, was going to come down with it. Just some tough breaks going against the Sailors this evening. They're not getting the bounces. They're not getting the calls. I got to say, that one missed number 10, Mousley. That was dangerous.
No, the ball should be on the 25-yard line, right?
It really should. That was just a brutal. We were up here in the booth. The coaches off to our right were going crazy.
Back to pass is Gideon. Gideon's got throwing it down deep. He's looking for Raper. Raper comes down with it. A huge pass pitch to the 45-yard line.
Great job by
30
Raper
yards.
coming down with that. Outstanding in double coverage. And what about Gideon on the throw? I'm just saying, I think right now you got to get some points on the board. I would be having Russell and Raper as some offensive weapons and keeping Gideon underneath center because he's doing a whale of a job.
3 receivers off to the left. 1 to the right is Cole Gideon. In the slot, looks like Russell. Blitz coming in on the freshman. And he steps up, but he is sacked. Got to do these quick 3-step drop and get rid of the ball because these linebackers for the Bulldogs are scary good.
They are, and they're coming at the quarterback.
That's going to bring up a 2nd down and 15. Ball at the 40. 3:40 left in this first half. Sailors down 28-0. Let's see if they can get a score here. I agree with you, Mike. I think you need to keep the freshman in here and just give him his reps because he's the future of this team. Tanner Raper's a senior, and we need to get him the ball. I think if we can get him the ball in space, good things are going to happen because he's got wheels. Right? Gideon back to pass. He throws it out on the flat to Raper. Raper cuts it outside. He's got positive yards. 10 yards on the play, 50 down to the 50-yard line. So just like that, that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5.
And I'd be thinking about mixing it up a bit. Bringing a fullback in, maybe it's Odie, get him in the backfield to give a little bit of extra time to the quarterback. Get Russell in the slot, put Raper out in the other slot or a little further out and try to put the ball in their hands. But you got to pick up the blitz. That's been the bread and butter for the Bulldog defense.
3rd and 5 from the 50-yard line. Gideon, the freshman quarterback, under center. 2 receivers off to the right. He throws that one to the right, and that one's going to be caught by Cole Gideon. 1st down, Sailors.
And that's a pretty play, I'll tell you. There's something about Cade Gideon's motion that, like, when he throws it, it's almost like part sidearm, part overhand, and it just doesn't look right, but he throws an amazingly accurate football.
He looks a lot like Phillip Rivers when he throws the football.
Yeah, you're right, he does. Like there's something off, like not necessarily correct.
It works,
but it gets the job done.
2 or 3 receivers off to the left, 1 to the right. Russell, the lone back in the backfield. Gideon back to pass, 3-step drop, throws that one to the right, and he got that one out quick, nearly intercepted, as it looked like number 12 for your Steamboat Sailors.
Ben
Just got
Bogan.
his head around just as the ball was coming.
They're using Bogan on the offensive side now, and that was a little bit more of, when you got a flare like that, you got to put a little bit more spice on the ball. That one, I know you're talking, and I'm like, I'm trying to contain myself.
Or even just get a little more air under it so it goes further out.
Floats over,
Right.
You're right.
So Gideon under center, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, 1 man in the backfield, 3-step
blitz.
drop. He's
Blitz
got a man
again.
in his
28 again, and that was a fumble.
That's a fumble, and Gideon is hurt, and that one's going to be taken back to the house by Campagna, number 27 for the Bulldogs. No whistle on the play. I thought the ground caused the fumble, but we're not going to get a review.
No, Gideon got drilled, and it's the blitz again. I'm telling you, you got to put somebody in the backfield to protect your quarterback. He didn't even have a second to set up, and he got drilled right on the number 2 in his backside. There was nothing that kid could do about that play. Tough break for the Sailors. My goodness. They
Put a
were
couple of nice plays together. They started the drive inside their own 15, and just like that, it's 34-0.
This Moffat County football team is impressive. On the defensive side of the ball, they are just whirling dervishes. They've been coming with the blitz. They're not respecting the setup of the quarterback. Coming with the blitz, thinking their DBs can handle anything, and they are just crushing the Sailors' offensive backfield.
And here's the deal, Mike. Peck started last year. He was a freshman, and he started. He's now a sophomore, and he's gone from being a boy to a man.
Boy, in a hurry.
And he played well last year, but he has gotten better. And right now, this Moffat County Bulldog team, it's still early. There's still plenty of football left, but holy moly.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty left. But
they rolled Summit County last week 41-8.
I know, but we weren't expecting this. Steamboat's a good football team. It just shows you how fickle this game can be. A few fluke plays, and all of a sudden it's 35-0. But they have got to make allowances. The Moffat County, their defensive line is tying up our offensive line, and they're bringing the blitz from the linebackers and defensive backs, and they are all over the backfield wreaking havoc.
So the Sailors set to return down 35-0 with 1:48 left in this first half. Squib kick over the right side, picked up there by Mousley, and he's going to bring it out over the 27. Who was that?
That's Morris, because Mousley got his head ripped off on the last play.
So he's not in.
So that was, Mousley's on the sideline. I mean, he really did. He got his head torn off. So that one was number 7, Morris, in his stead. Gosh, some tough breaks for the Sailors. Every time they start to generate something, there's some kind of fluke play, and the ball has been literally bouncing or kicking or rolling into a Bulldog's hands. It's kind of been shocking how everything has gone the Bulldogs' way and against the Sailors this evening.
So rolling off to his right, Raper pitches to Russell. Russell takes the ball, positive yards. He's going to get a first down here as he's still on his feet over the 37-yard line. So the Sailors not giving up, and they continue to get positive yards.
Yeah, they are. They're playing good. They're just having these plays that go against them, one on almost every series where the ball just bounces wrong for them. Shocking. I got to tell you, shocking. I honestly had no idea, no inclination of this.
Raper getting pressure from those linebackers. They run that linebacker blitz as he gets the ball from center. He's back in at quarterback, rolls off to his left, picks up maybe a half a yard on the play. But, Coach said it in the pregame interview, these linebackers for the Bulldogs are scary good.
They are really good. I mean, they are all over the field.
Morris and Russell in the backfield. Back to pass is Raper. He throws that one straight up. Gideon back to Catch it. He's got it. That one's complete as Cole Gideon comes back, catches it on the sideline, and that'll be 1st and 10. Second big catch for Gideon on the night.
Boy, if the Sailors could punch one in here and end the first half, at least give themselves some breathing room to get back into this game. I hate to say it, but if they go in the locker room down 35-0, they're going to have a tough road to hoe on their way out. They have got to try to put some points on the board here.
41 seconds left. Back to pass.
Blitz.
Oh, he's just
blitz.
Got his head ripped off. Cade Gideon back in at quarterback, and he's been hit hard twice, and he had no time to pass.
Number 25, Tester. Number 27, Campagna. Number 38, Nelson. This Moffat County linebacker core is in the backfield more than our running backs. It's been amazing. Like you said, the Sailors coaches were giving them kudos before the game for their talent and skill and coachability, but this is a whole new level of linebacker play. They are blitzing, and they are just coming, and they have no regard for the passing game.
I'd like to thank our sponsors, Burlette Roofing, a full-service contractor specializing in damage restoration from roof damage. Visit them online at burletteroofing.com. Also like to thank Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank. Member FDIC, they are lending. Alpine Lumber, employee-owned and operated, the contractor's choice, and the homeowner's friend. So 29 seconds left in this first half. The Sailors have it 2nd and 15 from the Bulldogs' 45-yard line. Clearly in 4-down territory because you got to try to generate something, but you got to keep somebody in the backfield, try to give your quarterback some extra protection. So Gideon going from the gun now. So the Sailors back to pass. Throws it down the middle. That one, looking for Raper down the center of the field. 3 men in coverage, and Tanner nearly came up with it. He did. Tanner went up there, came down. Like you said, that was triple coverage. But the snap, they do, like you just alluded to, they got to go to the shotgun. They have got to give the quarterback a little more time. And the Sailors have a great offensive line. They do. They're just getting over-blitzed. This speaks volumes to this Bulldog defense. 3 receivers off to the left. Now he's under center. 1 receiver to the right. Blitz back again. To pass. Blitz. He's got men under him. Sets up the screen, and that one is complete. Positive yards. That one goes to number 65 for your Steamboat Sailors. Well, we got a flag on the play. I think we're going to get a little extracurricular activity going against the Moffat County Bulldogs. Pete Witchelhouse, who was up in the booth last week, catches that one. And that was, could that have been, was it? It might have been illegal player downfield. Well, it looked like it went. It looked like it went to a lineman, but Witchelhouse, if it was Witchelhouse, is listed as a tight end. If that is actually number 55, then that went to Jack Tracy, who's an offensive lineman. They are. Yeah, illegal man downfield. Illegal man downfield. But again, they came. I know. The screen is a counteract against the blitz, but they came with another, the Moffat County kind of entire student body coming into the backfield. It is much like they've got 13 defenders on the field. It's crazy how these linebackers are flying at the ball, but there's no D-backs. The entire Moffat County defense has been lining up inside the box. So the Sailors set to punt here. No returner for the Bulldogs, so they are going to try to block this bad boy. Yeah, they're not even going to get it off. It's just going to wind down the clock. And that's going to do it. So after 1 half of play, your Steamboat Sailors are down 35-0. Shocking development, I gotta say. I'd like to thank our friends at Mountain View, the Paoli Group, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals, Mountain Mattress and Furniture, Johnny B. Good's Diner, Burlette Roofing, and our friends at Yampa Valley Bank and Alpine Lumber. I'm Brian Harvey. With me, Mike Deemer from Johnny B. Good's Diner. We'll be back with some first half stats and second half action. Of course, we do have some Sailor Sailor Spotlight's on the way. An opportunity for you to get up close and personal with your Steamboat Sailors. It's Steamboat Sailors football on your Steamboat Sailors Sports Connection. KTYV Sports on FM at 105.7 and on the World Wide Web at steamboatradio.com.
Is brought to you by
Yampa Valley Bank, Alpine Lumber,
Johnny B. Good's Diner,
Burlette Roofing, Mountain View Car Wash, Steamboat Ace Hardware, Russell's Auto Salon, Mountain Mattress and Furniture, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rental,
and the Paoli Group with Colorado Group Realty.
It's time now. Steamboat Sailors football on KTYV Sports on FM at 105.7 and steamboatradio.com.
The team of Mountain View Car Wash and Detailing Professionals is proud to be supporting Sailor Sports this season. Whether a basic wash or a full detail, we know that the key to providing you with excellent service is teamwork and attention to detail. So while the Sailors are focusing on cleaning up the competition this season, we'll be focusing on cleaning up your vehicle. With affordable washes and a wide variety of detail services, we have the game plan to fit your budget and needs. We are located at the corner of Highway 40 and Trafalgar Drive. Mountain View Car Wash, where there are no Hail Marys, just awesome touchdowns. Dances.
Let's go, Sailors! Hi, I'm PJ Wharton, president of Yampa Valley Bank, Steamboat's only locally owned bank and proud sponsor of the Steamboat High School football broadcasts. Is there a better setting to cheer on your hometown Sailors? Go Athletics, an example of our genuine hometown, Yampa Valley Bank, genuine hometown banking. If you're looking for a better banking experience, walk, or better yet, rush through our doors. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
This is Skip Yurdo from Alpine Lumber here in Steamboat Springs. Alpine Lumber is a Colorado company and is committed to being the best supplier of materials and related services to the professional builder and homeowner throughout the Yampa Valley, offering lumber and building materials, hardware, paints, and stains. We are proud to sponsor Steamboat Springs Sailors football this season. Easy to find Alpine Lumber, located on Pine Grove Road past Walgreens. Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, contractor's choice, the homeowner's friend.
Hi, Steamboat friends. This is Charlie Green from Mountain Mattress and Furniture. Do you ever notice how grumpy your parents get when house guests arrive? Or how mean your big sister gets when you have to share her room for the weekend? I've got the secret to keep everyone happy. Stop by Mountain Mattress and Furniture on Loggers Lane for the best price and selection on Serta, Tempur-Pedic, and Simmons mattresses. Plus a great selection of linens and even comfy mattresses for the pull-out couch. If everyone sleeps, everyone stays happy, and a great mattress from Mountain Mattress and Furniture is the secret.
It's time now for your Steamboat Sailor Spotlight on 105.7 KTYV Sports on FM.
My name's Hayes. I'm a junior this year. My number's 28, and I play running back and outside linebacker. I've been playing football for about 3 years. Other sports I play, I do wrestling. Outside of school, I'm a bit of a Fortnite god. You know, I like to hang out with my friends. I'm not sure where I'd like to go to college at, but I'd like to go. I don't think I'll play sports in college. In 10 years, I see myself trying to start a successful business. My favorite subject in school is probably math. My favorite movie has got to be Endgame. It's just, everybody loves the Avengers. This summer, I went cliff jumping at Solomon Falls off a 60-footer. My goal this season is just to play as best I can and, you know, be a good teammate. My goals in life are to start my own business and just be happy and successful. What I remember most about being a sailor is just the camaraderie and everybody's friends on the team. My name's Hayes. I'm a junior, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
Yeah! That was your Steamboat Sailor Spotlight on 105.7 KTYV Sports on FM.
Go Sailors! Burlette Roofing is a full-service Colorado contractor specializing in damage restoration from roof damage and assisting you in the recovery process following a property damage event. Visit burletteroofing.com for more information and a free consultation. That's BERLETroofing.com. Burlette Roofing is proud to support the Steamboat Sailors football team for the 2019 season. Visit burletteroofing.com for more details.
Steamboat Ace is a proud sponsor of the Steamboat Sailors. That's not the only way Ace supports the kids in our community.
Hi, Bridget here from Steamboat Ace. We are so proud to be a part of the Steamboat community. It's our priority to support and encourage positive activities and hobbies for our youth.
How do you do that?
In addition to local scholarships, Ace invites the sailor community to fundraise for their activity or club by providing a great venue and supplies to host a hot dog or bake sale.
I love it. Every weekend I can shop at Ace and support a great cause.
Steamboat Ace, you're proud to support the Steamboat Sailors shopping place.
Managing local land involves balancing resources such as agriculture, water, and wildlife. I'm Brian Ripley, and I have over 16 years of experience managing ranch resources as your neighbor here in Routt County. I'm the Ranch and Rural Property Specialist for the Paoli Group with the support of Colorado Group Realty. Put your trust in someone that has the practical experience and knowledge to help you with all of your ranch, rural, and equine property needs. I aspire to help you reach all of your real estate goals. I'm Brian Ripley, and you can find me at thepaoligroup.com in the Ranch Division.
Steamboat Resort in Yampa Valley for more than 30 years. Hi, this is Todd Siefkin, Executive General Manager for Steamboat Resorts. With a large array of properties situated around the mountain base, we can host you, your family, and friends for your next Steamboat vacation. Call us at 879-8000 and ask for your Locals Connection discount. That's 879-8000 or go online to steamboatresorts.com. Steamboat Resorts, the lodging leader.
It's time now for your Steamboat Sailor Spotlight on 105.7 KTYV Sports on FM.
My name is Aiden Story, and I am a junior at Steamboat Springs High School. My number is 75, and I play guard and defensive end. I have been playing football since 7th grade. I also like to play lacrosse and hockey. Outside of school and sports, I am involved in link crew, and I'd like to attend college at Montana State. At Montana State, I like to play club lax, and in 10 years, I see myself living my best life and maybe coaching a sport somewhere. My favorite subject in school is probably history because I like learning about how we got here and the stepping stones. And my favorite movie is Super Troopers because they have some sick mustaches and it's a fun time to watch it. Last summer, I went on an 18-hour road trip with my friend River to Indiana, and we reeled in some lunkers at some beautiful lake near where the Cummins engine was made. My goal for this season is to letter in football, and my goals for life are to just live the life I want to and don't let anything hold me back. What I will remember most about being a sailor is all my teammates and how much of a fun time I had. My name is Aiden Story, and I'm a junior at Steamboat Springs High School, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
That was your Steamboat Sailor Spotlight on 105.7 KTYV Sports on FM.
This is Skip Yerdorf from Alpine Lumber here in Steamboat Springs. Alpine Lumber is a Colorado company and is committed to being the best supplier of materials and related services to the professional builder and homeowner throughout the Yampa Valley, offering lumber and building materials, hardware, paints, and stains. We are proud to sponsor Steamboat Springs Sailors football this season. Easy to find Alpine Lumber, located on Pine Grove Road past Walgreens. Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, contractor's choice, the homeowner's friend.
Greetings, Yampa Valley. For over 25 years, Johnny B. Good's Diner has been your hometown eatery, serving delicious home-cooked food with excellent service and a smile. We have breakfast all day, every day, fast-filling, affordable lunches, and desserts. It's all here at Johnny B's for a great price. Dine in or carry out 7 days a week from 7 a.m. until close every day of the year. Isn't it time for a meal at Johnny B. Good's Diner, 738 Lincoln, downtown Steamboat Springs?
Let's go, sailors! Hi, I'm PJ Wharton, president of Yampa Valley Bank, Steamboat's only locally owned bank and proud sponsor of the Steamboat High School football broadcasts. Is there a better setting to cheer on?
Meet by 879.
It's time now for your 105 Sports on.
Senior edition. I had my own class of 7 to 9-year-olds. I got to teach them English. That was great. I got to meet college students there, visit the college there at Renmin University. My goals in life are find something that I love doing and that I'm passionate about. What I'll remember most about being a sailor is we always play our hardest and commit and do well. My name is Caleb Cuevas. I'm a senior, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
That was your Steamboat Sailor Spotlight on 105.7 KTYV Sports on FM. Steamboat Sailors football on KTYV Sports on FM is brought to you by
Yampa Valley Bank, Alpine Lumber,
Johnny B. Good's Diner,
Burlette Roofing, Mountain View Car Wash, Steamboat Ace Hardware, Russell's Auto Salon, Mountain Mattress and Furniture, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rental,
and the Paoli Group with Colorado Group Realty.
It's time now. Steamboat Sailors football on KTYV Sports on FM at 105.7 and SteamboatRadio.com.
Now let's go to the booth for the call of Steamboat Sailors football.
We are back live at Gardner Field after one half of play. And it has been an interesting ball game for sure. The Moffat County Bulldogs came out barking and have absolutely rolled the Sailors in this first half, 35-0. You know, a few questionable things have happened that bounced the wrong way. Some people are saying it was a hook and ladder play. We thought from this angle it looked like the defender nearly intercepted the ball.
There was no hook and ladder.
That was taken back for a touchdown. Cade Gideon was sacked. It looked like he was down. His elbow was down, and the ground caused the fumble. No whistle there, and it was run back for a touchdown. So there's 2 touchdowns, but still, you take those 2 touchdowns, and we're still getting beaten pretty soundly.
We're grasping at straws. We are at home, and we're all shocked. I got a good friend in Craig whose son is playing tonight, and I just saw him down there, and I went up and said, wow. And he was like, I told you we were good. And I said, I know you're good, but I didn't know you were 35-0 in the first half good. But because the Sailors are a good football team, it's like we were saying, it's not like they've just been being ground on and pounded down the field. There's been some quick plays, but I'm not going to take. They're up 35-0 because they are flying to the football. They're playing team defense like I don't know I've ever seen, and their linebackers are all over the field. Moffat County is going to be a team that's going to play late into the season. Hopefully the Sailors can rally. You know, whether they're going to win or not tonight, I'm not so sure, but they got to show some show up here.
Now let's remember, they're a 2A school, so they have got a we're not the announcers. You are tuned to KTYV Sports on FM. And again, as I was saying, they play a 2A schedule.
I know.
And so they played up in their preseason to play Summit County and to play Steamboat, who are playing 3A schedules. So they really, now that's not to say there's some good 2A talent.
No,
there's some good teams. So we shall see.
And even this week at the team dinner Wednesday night, I said, so is Friday your first league game? And they said, no, Moffat's 2A. And I said, Moffat's 2A? Why on earth are they 2A? They're big, they're well coached, they're fast, they're
smaller school. It's the school size. So we're right on the cusp. It's under 600, and they're at 5-something, and we're at like 670 right now.
Yeah, these are 2 very evenly matched football teams.
And no excuses, but in Steamboat, these kids have so many choices. Moffat is a traditional blue-collar town, or Moffat County, where you've got football, basketball, and baseball. And you get a few kids playing soccer in the fall. You got basketball in the winter, some wrestling. And so these kids are tough. And they come out and play some football, and they're playing great.
Rumbling, street fights.
Well, this program is on the rise. Only 6 seniors. The other thing is, we just saw him walk by, but the Steamboat Sailors missed senior Lone Epstein, who is a big force out there, and he's out not playing, due to concussion
protocol. You got to give it for him. You know what? as a parent, I wouldn't second guess that at all. That's more the kids' health and well-being is more important. But also the Sailors, they were throwing a curveball at the beginning of the year when Diego Effinger went down with another ACL. But I got to say this. I'll give you your props for trying to spin it, but this is putting lipstick on a pig. Moffat County came out and punched the Sailors, and in a prize fight, they got their opponent in the corner and just started throwing some body punches, and the Sailor football team was wondering where these hits were coming from. The question is, how do they respond in the second half? And we've talked about it almost every game. Sailors coaching staff is renowned, known by other teams for making adjustments in the at the locker room in the half. They got to make allowances for the blitz that's coming from the Moffat County Bulldogs. Throw the tight end. You know what? I would be putting Tanner Raper and Russell in the slot and having them doing quick curls behind the linebacker. The last series that the Sailors had the ball, Moffat County had all 11 defensive players within 7 yards of the line of scrimmage. You got to put somebody behind them, and you got to do it quick.
Well, let's see if the Steamboat Sailors coaching staff and players can make some adjustments here at half and make this game respectable. Big shout out to Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Now, Mike, I was talking about it earlier, but I broadcasted live from Yampa Valley Bank in Steamboat where it was 20K Day, and I know we surpassed that mark as Yampa Valley Bank stepped up and donated dollar for dollar for the first $10,000, and I believe with their employees, they came up over that $10,000 mark. Plus, I know we crushed it. People were coming out of the woodwork to donate, which is absolutely awesome. So I know we crushed that $20,000 mark, and I know down in Craig, Moffat, the Yampa Valley Bank in Craig for the Moffat County United Way had a 15K day, and I think that they did pretty well as well. So big kudos to Yampa Valley Bank for stepping up and giving back to our community.
And I'll tell you something. Owning a small business downtown now for the past going on 26 years, I always keep my finger on the pulse, seeing what other businesses are stepping up. We all do what we can, and it's always nice to see businesses who take the lead and do a lot to help the community. There's two that always come to mind to me right now. B&K, Yampa Valley Bank. I'll tell you what, PJ Wharton and his crew over there, whenever something's needed, those guys step up, and for a bank that doesn't have to do it, they do. They step up every time. So big kudos to Yampa Valley Bank.
A local bank with 2 branches versus all the other banks in town which have multiple branches. Some are national banks.
Yeah, so just big kudos to Yampa Valley Bank.
Here comes the big kick, and the Sailors are going to let this one go out of bounds. Penalty, and we learned in the first half that the Sailors will be taking it at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line. We're quick. We're quick studies here. We can figure.
Well, the rules are different from high school to pro to college, and so sometimes, and it's always hard to figure out in the beginning of the season.
And not just are they different from high school to college to pro, but they change every year. Yeah. Even on the pro level, where I'll be at home and be like, oh, that'll be on the 20-yard line or not, I guess. I don't what am I watching? But so let's see if the Sailors can kick it into gear here.
Raper under center. We've got Morris and Russell in the backfield. Receivers to the right and left. Hand off to Morris. He's got some daylight, picks up positive yards, out over the 40-yard line, spins to about the 41 is where he's going to be marked down. It will be second down and about 5 to go for the first.
Shockingly, Moffat County Bulldog linebacker in on the tackle, number 25, Teeter.
Receivers to the right and left. Raper handoff to Russell over the right side. He picks up the first down. Sailors on the ground right now. Pick up 5 yards to the right, 5 yards to the left, and they've got a first down.
That's what they want to do. Just march the ball down the field. You know what? The Sailors have got to be telling their players, Bulldogs put up 35 and a half, so can we.
Raper Raper under center. 2 men in the backfield. Receivers to the right and left. Inside a pitch over the right side. Russell's got some room. He's still on his feet, spinning, and he picks up 6 yards on the play over the 50-yard line down to the 47.
And look, talking about being quick studies, we know if you can pick up 4, 5, 6 yards a carry, you're going to march the ball down the field and put some points on the board. This is what the Sailors have got to do. Come out and hit Moffat County in the chin just like they were hit in the first half.
Well, and here's the thing, Mike. The Sailors have to go down there and score, because if the Moffat County Bulldogs put more points on the board, this clock is going to start running at about, I think it's 40 or 46 points is the magic number when the clock starts running.
And that's pretty much the end of the game.
Then the game's over. So the Sailors, if they want to stay in this game, need to march down there and score a touchdown.
And you just saw what happened there. Why there's a little delay. Moffat County called a timeout. Coaches said, whoa, what's going on? These guys are pushing the ball down our throats. Sure, they talked to the linebackers. Let's see how the Sailors respond.
So Morris hobbles to the sideline. He's on the trainer's table. 2 men in the backfield. And a handoff inside. Positive yards right up the gut. That looks like Otis, my main man, Vandekar.
Nice job. Number 37, Vandekar, taking the ball up the field. I believe he's 37.
He is.
Right? He's the number 37, yeah.
So Raper under center. The Sailors now working the ground and pound game, and it is working for them. They've got 2 big backs in Vandekar and Russell in the backfield. The pitch to Russell. Russell turns it upfield. Positive yards, and Russell picks up another 5 yards down over the 40-yard line into Moffat County territory, and he's going to be marked down at the 39.
Yeah, I'd look at a quick review there, but I think he got drugged down by his face mask as well.
Receivers to the right and left. Raper under center. 2 men in the backfield. Pitch, a little inside handoff there. Positive yards to Otis Vandekar. Vandekar picks up about 5 on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and a short 2.
Boy, the Sailors' offensive line has come out with some life. They are exploding off the football, pushing the Moffat County Bulldogs back off the line of scrimmage. See if the Sailors can capitalize here.
Receivers to the right and left. Again, handoff. Nope, going to be a quarterback keep. Raper turns the corner. He's got the first down out over the 25 down to the 24. 1st and 10 for the Sailors.
And you got to think the Sailors coaching staff is setting the Bulldogs up with this ground and pound, but we got a Moffat County Bulldog down on the field. This is going to stop play.
That's number 11, Dario Alexander, who has had a great game for the Moffat County Bulldogs. He's been their return specialist, and I'm not sure what he did here, but he is definitely hurting. It looks like a shoulder, perhaps, and that is no fun. We hope he gets well and gets well quick.
He is listing the port for sure. But what I was getting at is maybe the Sailors coaching staff, and this is what's tough about it. You're doing this ground and pound, and you're picking up 5, 6, 7 yards a carry. Do you stick with it, or do you pull it out of your back pocket and go for the deep pass while you're getting the Bulldog defense back up to the line of scrimmage?
Well, I don't know, Mike. This defense has been at the line of scrimmage all game long.
Right.
We haven't had time to pass. I think you need to build your confidence, and if this is working, do it until they stop you. And when, I keep running the football. You got receivers to the right and left, Vandekar and Russell in the backfield. Shot to the left, and 3-step drop, and here we go down the left sideline. Touch! Oh! Shot had that ball in his hand. That should have been a touchdown. He's going to see a couple of plays in his sleep. He's just a sophomore, man. He was wide open. That was a beautiful pass by Raper.
It was a beautiful pass. Defender got his hands up there. I'm not so sure a shot could have come down with that one.
And rolling to his right is Raper. Raper turns the corner. Looks like he's going to get the first down and then some as he's inside the 20 down to the 15.
Boy, Raper using his speed. They went for no huddle, got up to the line of scrimmage, and the Bulldogs were stretching that play. You could see him extending down the line of scrimmage, pursuing the quarterback, but Raper did a stiff arm, got to the outside, managed to pick up the first down. That was a great job by number 27.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line. and that's Russell. He's going to take this one. Oh, to the house. He fumbles it, but recovers it in the end zone. Touchdown, Sailors.
Oh, my goodness. Maybe the bounces are now going the Sailors' way because he broke. I think that had been a touchdown regardless because I think he broke the plane, broke the goal line, and then fumbled the ball. So I think it had been a touchdown regardless. But a great job by the Sailors coaching staff. Boom, they come out, make the adjustments, and the Sailors offensive line in particular.
So the Steamboat Sailors lining up for the extra point. Sailors are missing a man. Finn Russell is going to kick this extra point. Cade Gideon with the hold. Here comes the snap, the hold, and the kick, and that one is good.
Nice job.
So the Sailors make it respectable, 35-7 right now with 9:27 left in the third quarter. That was a beautiful drive.
It was, and like a nice prize fight. They came out to start the next round and threw some punches themselves. Great job by Raper. I'm going to give it to number 27 for the Sailors, Tanner Raper, who carried that team down. He really did. When they needed the first downs, he dug down deep. Like that play stretching to the far sideline.
Both first downs he got.
Yeah, he really fought for that, really dug in. Great job by number 27, Raper.
Both were rushes to the outside. The long one down to the 10 was to the right, and the one to the left, he rolled out and he faked the handoff. So it was a little action play inside, and then he rolled out and just sprinted. And nobody can catch that kid when he gets to open field.
No,
as you said, when he turns on the afterburners, look out.
Well, he told me last week when he gets a few yards going underneath him, he can see the field better and can see the lanes and the holes in the blocking and finds it a lot easier to pick up.
Sailors get an onside kick here?
Why not? Why not? It's not a conference game. You're down 35-7. You're at home. Why not? Why not? Roll the dice.
I got a feeling they will, just knowing Coach Baumgartner and Coach Schott. They are aggressive. We saw them go for it on 4th and 3, inside the 30, their own 30 last week.
It's not like their defense hasn't been playing good. Now they're fresh. If you don't get it, you get a defensive stop, you're looking good. If you get it, you might really light a fire and all of a sudden put your team back in this game.
Kicking the ball off is Jack Tracy. And here comes the kick, and it's a big high kick. This one's going to go down to about the 20. Fielded here by Alexander. He's got good vision. He cuts it back upfield, stays on his feet. He shucked like 4 tackles on that play, gets out over the 42-yard line, and that kid was dinged up, thought he hurt his shoulder.
And he's brought down by the kicker. You never want to see that. Number 55, Jack Tracy, who kicks off, comes down. You got to do better job on your downfield coverage for special teams.
Yeah, but when your kicker is 5'10 and 210,
he's a stud.
and is one of the linemen, well,
I'll give you that. But they had, like you said, they had 4 opportunities to bring the ball carrier down. You got to make the tackle.
So Peck from the gun. Hernandez in the backfield. Ball on the right hash mark. And a handoff to Hernandez over the left side. Positive yards. And the Sailors rip him down after a 5-yard pickup.
That thing brought down again by number 55, Jack Tracy, who's got the 2 Sailor tackles for the second half right now, to his credit.
Second down, about 4.5 to go for the first. Ball
great
marked
kid,
down.
Too. Number 55, Tracy, great guy.
Second down, about 3 to go. From the gun is Peck. Handoff there to Hernandez. He's tripped up. He's going to get over the line of scrimmage, but pick up maybe 2 or 3 yards over the left side of the line.
I'm going to bring up a huge third down at this point in the game. Bulldogs got third and about 4. They're on their own 49-yard line, sporting a 35-7 lead. Let's see if the Sailors can hold them here.
One thing the Steamboat Sailors have been able to do is stop Kevin Hernandez. He rolled for 170 yards last week. The Sailors have certainly contained him. Peck, though, that's another story. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hernandez in the backfield. He gets the handoff, and he is close to the first down. It looks like he probably has it, but a good job, as there were a flotilla of black shirts there there as your Steamboat Sailors make the stop.
Did a good job defensively, but Hernandez pushed it forward by about a half a yard to pick up the first down.
In on the tackle, looked like Ben Bogan was in there. Jack Tracy, we've been calling his name a lot. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hernandez in the backfield, Peck from the gun. He's back to pass. He's got pressure, screen set up over the left side, and he's in the flat. Look out. He picks up 9.5 yards there. He's going to be close to a first down as he is fallen. As he falls at about the 30. They're going to mark this at the 38-yard line of Steamboat.
Maybe just short of the first down. Great play, great execution by the Bulldogs. Sailors' defense has got to kick in, but this looks like...
Is there laundry on the field?
There is. It's a holding. Big penalty.
That's a holding call, and that will march the Bulldogs back into Steamboat territory. It's going to bring up a 1st and 15 here.
Big penalty to push the Bulldogs back into their own territory on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Sailors down 35-7, 7:38 left in this third quarter. Bulldogs with the ball, 1st and 15 from their own 47-yard line. Peck fakes the handoff, throws the ball down the right sideline, and that one is incomplete.
Good job at the line of scrimmage by the Sailors D-backs. They chucked into number 84, broke up his rhythm. Dagan White broke up the rhythm for 84, and he couldn't get downfield on what was clearly a timing play from the quarterback. So a great job by the Sailors DBs to knock him at the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, 15 to go for the first. 2 receivers off to the right here. Alexander, the slot man. 1 receiver off to the left. Peck from the gun. He's got Hernandez to his right. Back to pass. Here's another screen pass, and that one will stop the clock and bring up 3rd down as it falls incomplete.
Good job on the defensive coverage for your Sailors by number 51, Caleb Cuevas, who broke up that play. Got to watch when you're one of the linebackers. You got to watch that flare that's coming out, particularly to number 28 for the Bulldogs. He's flaring out into the flat. You got to cover that. Good job by 51, Cuevas.
3rd down, 15 to go. 7:24. Clock stop in this third quarter. Trips off to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Back to pass is Peck. Peck is under pressure. Nice. Sailors sack him! A huge sack as your Steamboat Sailors defense gets penetration and pulls the quarterback down at the 35-yard line of Steamboat, and that's going to bring up a 4th and a country mile.
And who do you think got the sack? Number 12, Ben Bogan, who's been coming up huge for the Sailors defense. Good job by the Sailors all around on the defensive side of the ball, just what they wanted. But I'll tell you what really helped, and it's the coach's bane. That holding penalty against the Bulldogs took them from 1st and in Sailor territory to deep in their own.
So punting situation here for the Bulldogs. Ball skips up off the ground. I thought the punter's knee went down. That one's going to be fielded at the 22-yard line by Raper. He turns the corner and doesn't get a yard, and he'll be knocked down at about the 22.
You bring up something good. I'd like to see it on the video, but I think you're right. When the punter grabbed the ball, I believe his knee was down on the ground, which would negate the play.
Should have, but you couldn't tell from here. I couldn't tell.
Clearly
it was not. We're way further away from the refs, but it did look like
one of those tough punts for the Sailors special teams to field. But let's see. They're at the 20. Let's see what they got.
Raper under center, 2 men in the backfield. The pitch to Morris over the right side. He's got some room. Turns the corner. He's going to be close to a first down with an 8-yard pickup.
Morris is quietly having a nice game himself. Every time he's had the opportunity, he's picked up 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yards. He's doing a good job. Number 7, Morris.
Ball marked down at the 31-yard line. 2nd down, 2 to go. 1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left, 2 men in the backfield. Raper with the inside handoff. Positive yards, that's going to be good for a first.
Sure, that's just what the Sailors want. Go right up, right behind their bread and butter. Number 52, Hanson. And number 57, River King. Go right up through the middle. Great job by the offensive line.
You want to go downstream behind River King. Two men in the backfield, receivers to the right and left. Fake handoff. Raper turns it upfield and picks up 3 or 4 yards on the play. He's going to be close to the 40-yard line at the 39.
And it's number 67. My apologies. River King is number 67, and that was him on that play. Great job by the center, number 67, King.
5:40 left in this third quarter. Sailors have the ball on their own 39. Second down, about 6 to go for the first. Other handoff over the right side. That's Russell. He's got the first down. Nice. Over the right side, falls close, just over the 45-yard line down to the 47.
Great job by the right side of the Sailors' offensive line to blow open a hole. And a good job by number 40, Russell, who kind of had some patience there. Let the play develop, watched the hole open off to his right, and took off through it. Picked up a nice first down for the Sailors, who clearly have the momentum on their side.
1st and 10, ball at the 46 of Steamboat. Inside handoff, that's Morris. Morris with positive yards, still on his feet. He picks up 7.5.
Nice job by Morris. Excellent job. Sailors line is coming out playing some inspired football.
And Moffat County calling a timeout here. And remember, every time the Sailors get a first down in high school football, Mike, the clock stops until they reset the chains.
That's huge. That's huge. Right now they're playing against the clock, down by 28. But I'll tell you what, if they can punch it in here, be down 35-14, 21-point game is in no way insurmountable when you're playing at home.
Well, and especially when you keep grounding and pounding like this, what does that do? It opens up the pass.
And with the other thing it does, it takes away the bread and butter of the Moffat County Bulldogs defense, which is their linebacker blitzing into the backfield. You negate that. You're just running up through, and you're making them tired because they're getting some big bodies put on them.
So second down and about 3 to go for the first. 5:09 left in this third quarter. Sailors down 35-7, but they are on the move. Ball marked down at the 47-yard line of Moffat. Inside handoff. No, that's a quarterback keep, and Tanner Raper's going to get the first down as he squirts through the left side of the line. A great option play by Raper.
It was a great play. Great call and a great execution of the play. They needed 4 yards. They picked up 5. First down, Sailors.
So that stops the clock with 5:06. Receivers to the right and left. Sailors already lined up at the line. 2 men in the backfield. Raper under center. He's going to hand that ball over to Russell. Russell, positive yards. Russell still on his feet, pounding to the 40-yard line of Moffat.
Picks up 4. Like we said, 4 yards. You get 4 or 5 yards each carry, you're going to march the ball down the field. And that's exactly what the Sailors are doing. And I like this up-tempo style they're playing.
They're coming to the line quickly, which is no substitutions on that defensive line. Inside handoff again. The Sailors pound it. Otis Vandekar for 2-3 yards on the play. That's going to bring up a third and about 4.
They are. The Sailors are just pounding this ball up the middle. It's fun to watch.
Didn't quite get maybe 6. Didn't quite get as many yards as I thought he got.
Or hoped. I don't know. Sometimes maybe it's our hang. I'm just like...
Raper under center. 2 men in the backfield. Looks like Vandekar and Russell. Pitch to Russell. Russell turns it upfield. Stays on his feet. He is going to be real close to the first down. Over the 35-yard line down to about the 34.
That was great job by number 40, Russell. He was on his own out there after taking the pitch. He took on 3 or 4 Bulldog defenders and moved the ball up. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 2, maybe a yard and a half. Huge play here for the Sailors. They pick up the first down and keep generating this offensive momentum. They might be finding themselves back in this football game.
This is huge here. 4th down and about a yard and a half for the first. Raper under center, and we got movement. And that is huge as the Moffat County Bulldogs jump off sides, and the Sailors are going to get it the easy way.
Oh, outstanding job by the Sailors. That was all by number 27 again, Raper. He did the hard count and drew a few of the blitzing linebackers over the line of scrimmage. Picked up the easy first down.
1st and 10 for your Steamboat Sailors. Ball at the 29-yard line. Quarterback keep right up the gut, and he picks up 4 or 5 yards on that play.
I mean, obviously, you could tell if if you're listening to us at home, the momentum of the game has shifted to the Sailors. But really, we're watching the game. The Bulldogs are playing on their heels right now.
Under center is Raper, 2 men in the backfield. Raper's going to keep this one, turns the corner, and gets knocked down for a loss.
I believe we're going to have a face mask there, which has been long overdue.
The question is, will it be on Raper or will it be on the defender? Because Tanner was stiff-arming, so I'm curious as to what the call is going to be here.
And I agree with you. I saw him get the stiff arm up there. He might have got it into the face mask of the defender, and he did.
Inadvertent, so they're going to give it a 5-yard penalty, so that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 15.
And you got to watch that. When you go for that stiff arm, if your hand drifts up into the defender's face mask, you'll be called for the penalty just like a defender would.
Ball marked down at the 37-yard line of Moffat. Sailors moving right to left. 3:07 left in this third quarter. Sailors down 35-7. They have been dominating, though, this third quarter. Tanner Raper under center. He's going to hand that ball off to Russell. Russell pounds it, and he's going to get back past the line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage, picking up about 5 yards, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 9.
Whew, 3rd and long's tough spot to find yourself in, but clearly the Sailors are in 4-down territory here.
Ball down to about the 28-yard line. Back to passes Raper. 3-step drop. He's got a man in his grill down the right sideline. Oh, incomplete. And that was in and out of the arms of the receiver. And I believe that was Cole Gideon.
Well, I don't know, man. There was a lot of contact down there as Gideon was going for the ball.
Hometown fans not happy with the non-call there. That will bring up a 4th and 9.
It's a tough play, boy. When you find yourself, when you're going to 4-down territory, man-to-man down there, I mean, that could have gone either way. That flag could have come out of a pocket.
Receivers to the right and left. Shot is to the left. Gideon to the right. 3-step drop. He's got a man in his grill. Oh, right over the gut. Incomplete. And
that's going to be a turnover on down.
Bogan was open, and that will be a turnover on down. He should have had it.
He got a hit put on him. He should have come down with the ball. You're right, but he got a hit put on him. Tough break for the Sailors on both those passing plays, and it's tough. When you find yourself in 3rd and long, all of a sudden you have to go out of what was been working for you, which was the ground and pound running offense. So all of a sudden it's 3rd and long. You got to throw it deep down the sideline. You don't get the play. You don't get the call. Then you got it, and then it's 4th and long. You got to throw it over the middle, and if your receiver doesn't come for it, you end up with a turnover on downs. Tough break for the Sailors.
Big shout out to Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice and the homeowner's friend for all your building materials on the other side of the tracks from Walgreens. Peck from the gun. He's got Hernandez in the backfield. Clock is not the Sailors' friend as that ball is handed off over the left side of the line and a pick up of 5 yards on the play for the Bulldogs.
And right now, what you'd like to see is the Sailors defense to play a little ball hawk and see if they can't strip the ball loose, work over a turnover. But if I'm not mistaken, Moffat County Bulldogs, they protect the ball well. I don't think they have a turnover at this point in the game.
2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Peck from the gun, man in motion. Fullback there. This is going to be a handoff to Hernandez. Hernandez bounces out to the left side. He's got the 1st down. He is slung down. It looks like Bogan in on the tackle again.
It is Bogan getting in, but they gotta make the tackle when they have initial contact at the line of scrimmage. Moffat County, the Sailors cannot afford to let Moffat County run the ball, chew up the clock, and pick up the 1st down.
1:43 left in this third quarter, and I don't know if that was a missed snap, but the quarterback falls forward. It looked like a goal line play, but it was out at the 41-yard line.
You saw the referee, the backfield judge threw the ball spot, so that might even have been a fumble that bounced back up to the quarterback's hands. Tough to say when all those young bodies were crashing into each other.
2nd Second down, 10 to go for the Bulldogs. Receivers to the right and left. They're up 35-7. Handoff to Hernandez. Hernandez, positive yards, and he's going to be close to the first down over the 50.
And the Sailors are making contact at the line of scrimmage. They're just not able to bring him down, and he's picking up 8 yards to carry. That might be a first down, and it is. When you have the lead like the Bulldogs do, and you can run and pound the ball and pick up the first down while running it and not stopping the clock, that is a formula for success right there, folks.
Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Hernandez in the backfield with Peck. Fullback shifts to the right side of the line. Peck moves to the left. Now he slides across. Handoff. Hernandez picking up 3-4 yards on the play. He'll be down inside Sailor territory to the 46-yard line, 2nd and 6.
We got one of the Sailors out there in midfield. He's on his feet, but it looks a little bit like he's got a little neck stinger, and now he's down on his knees. They're going to have to call a timeout.
I look like Finn Russell, who may be dinged up there. I'd like to thank our friends at Mountain View Car Wash, helping the Sailors clean the competition between town and the mountain on Highway 40. Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full-service auto body shop where you always meet by accident. Russell's Auto Salon at 879-1515. Also like to thank Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more, offering you knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. Go see Bridget and the gang at Steamboat Ace Hardware. Yeah, it looks like Russell got the stinger on that
Russell
play.
Definitely with a neck stinger. And
those are scary.
To see that.
Second down, 6 to go. From the gun is Peck. Handoff inside to Hernandez. Hernandez picks up another 5 yards. This is where this kid's dangerous.
He is. I mean, he's running every second or third down. They're picking up the first, and they're chewing up the clock while they're doing it. It's going to end the third quarter with the Sailors putting some points on the board, but Moffat County responding just how they needed to by grinding down the clock.
So after 3 quarters of play, the Steamboat Sailors are down 35-7. They dominated the third quarter, but not enough. We've got 1 quarter left to play. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be back with Steamboat Sailors football on your Steamboat Sailors Sports Connection. KTYV Sports on FM at 105.7 and on the World Wide Web at steamboatradio.com.
Steamboat Ace is a proud sponsor of the Steamboat Sailors. That's not the only way Ace supports the kids in our community.
Hi, Bridget here from Steamboat Ace. We are so proud to be a part of the Steamboat community. It's our priority to support and encourage positive activities and hobbies for our youth.
How do you do that?
In addition to local scholarships, Ace invites the Sailor community to fundraise for their activity or club by providing a great venue and supplies to host a hot dog or bake sale.
I love it. Every weekend I can shop at Ace and support a great cause.
Steamboat Ace, you're proud to support the Steamboat Sailors shopping place.
Steamboat Resorts has been welcoming the world to the Yampa Valley for more than 30 years. Hi, this is Todd Siefkin, Executive General Manager for Steamboat Resorts. With a large array of properties situated around the mountain base, we can host you, your family, and friends for your next Steamboat vacation. Call us at 879-8000 and ask for your Locals Connection discount. That's 879-8000 or go online.
We are back live at Gardner Field. Hernandez starting off this fourth quarter, rips off a big 12-yard gain for a first down. Inside Sailors territory go the Bulldogs, and he's got the ball again, and he's picking up positive yardage.
Well, clearly, why, if you're the Moffat Bulldog coaching staff, you're like, well, 2 things we need to do. Keep the Sailors out of the end zone, obviously, and grind down the clock. And if we can hand it to 28 and pick up 4 or 5 yards of carry, let's just do that till it dries up.
Second down, about 6 to go for the first. Ball inside the 26-yard line. And Hernandez ripped down at the line of scrimmage, so a good job by your Steamboat Sailors. Looked like number 51, Caleb Cuevas, makes the tackle.
Excellent job at Cuevas. Good football player.
So that's going to be a third down here. This is 4-down territory with the ball inside the 25 at the 24-yard line of Steamboat. Two receivers off to the left, one to the right. Peck, the quarterback, from the gun. 3rd and a long 6. Handoff there. Inside to Hernandez. He turns it to the left, and he's down to the 20-yard line. He will be short of the first down, but that's going to bring up a 4th and about 3 to go for the first. Ball marked down at the 21.
Big play for the Sailors defense coming up here. If they can stop them, get a turnover, get their offense in the field on their own 20-yard line, could maybe generate some more offense, start this fourth quarter off the right way.
I'd like to thank the Paoli Group. If you're searching for your own prime real estate, give Chris Paoli and the gang a call at 870-0552. In fact, I think I see Brian Ripley, your ranch realtor, sitting right in front of us. Part of the Paoli Group. Also like to thank Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rental. If you've got friends coming to town, give them a call at 970-879-8000 for the Locals Connection discount. Mountain Mattress and Furniture, easy to find on Loggers Lane, offering you the best prices and service without leaving the valley. That's Mountain Mattress and Furniture. Shop local, sleep great. 10:22 left in this ball game. Sailors in a bit of a hole, down 35-7. Peck, the quarterback, from the gun, looking back to the sideline. And it looks like they're audibling here. And two receivers off to the left, one to the right. 4th down, 3 to go. Peck back to pass. He throws the screen pass up. That one's nearly picked off, but the Sailors are going to get the ball on a turnover here with 10:19 left.
Obviously, I don't know enough about football, because if I'm Moffat County with 4th down and 4, when you can run down the clock and 28's been picking up 5+ yards every play, why on earth would you throw the ball? Just grind it down. Do what's gotten you to where you're at. Why would you throw it and stop the clock? And almost a potential turnover on the ball being bounced into the air.
Sailors, quick snap here, have the ball. That's Tanner Raper, as the Bulldog defense was a little unorganized. He rolls it out, picks up 9 yards on the play. He's out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, which will mean he's close to the first. The Sailors lined up quickly here, and the Bulldogs were a little unorganized.
I don't understand the play. Hernandez, number 28 for the Bulldogs, been marching down the field. Instead, you give the Sailors a little life here.
And inside handoff and positive yards for the Steamboat Sailors. A pickup of about 3 for Finn Russell. Good to see him back in the game. I think Coach Jamie Russell here for the Bulldogs has a lot of faith in the sophomore quarterback, Peck. But even if you're going to pass it on that play, it was an obvious pass. He had an empty backfield.
Exactly. There was like a play action. Perhaps play action to 28 would have set something up.
So Raper under center. He's got receivers to the right and left. Handoff over the left side and positive yards. That is Otis Vandekar picking up 15 on the play. Wow. Or 10.
Was that Vandekar?
It sure was.
Outstanding
My
job,
main man.
Otis. Really nice.
Patient running behind a blocker.
Excellent running.
You know, usually he's a sophomore, young kid. A lot of times those guys get so excited they'll run past their linemen. He showed great patience there. Raper, inside handoff. No, he's going to keep that ball. And he's going to spin back and gain a yard after losing several. So that's going to be a sack for a loss.
Yeah, I think something got mixed up there, because Raper turned around and found himself in the backfield with 4 white jerseys.
So that brings up a 2nd down and 12. Clock ticking with 9:14. Sailors down 35-7. Ball at the Steamboat 43. Raper back to pass. 4-step drop. We've got a blitz. He's got to get rid of it. Raper's going to run. Now thrown out. Sees a man down the sideline. That'll stop the clock as it falls incomplete, as the pass was intended to Cole Gideon.
And that was a downfield coverage kind of play that set up for the Moffat County Bulldogs. It wasn't a sack, but Raper just kept getting pushed closer and closer to the near sideline, because all is down as he was checking down. Every receiver was covered.
Receivers to the right and left, spread out wide as the ball is in the middle of the field right now. We got a blitz here, and the Sailors hand the ball off inside, trying to catch the Bulldogs off guard, and Finn Russell doesn't go anywhere.
And that's going to bring up 4th and very long. Again, like I alluded to earlier, it's very tough when you're playing from behind to find yourself in 3rd and long. It's just so difficult to make the conversion from that kind of field position. And the Sailors are going to have to go for it.
They're punting.
Oh, they are. Well, I mean, 8 minutes left. Defense is playing good.
I wish we saw this last week. Jack Tracy gets the ball. Big high kick. He's got a great foot. That ball's going to bounce down.
Get to it.
Oh, please. Oh. Just trickles into the end zone as it fell down at about the 20 and really took a quick hop there.
Oh, maybe a yard out by the downfield coverage for the Sailors by I believe it was number 24 who got down there in a hurry, Brody Bosick.
That was a 60-yard punt, just in case you...
It was. I would tell you what. I mean, I hate to say it because it means he's punting a lot, but number 55, Tracy's been doing a great job as a punter for this team.
You are tuned to Steamboat Sailors football. I'd like to thank Johnny B. Good's Diner, bringing you the shake and bake play of the game. See them downtown on Lincoln. Best burgers, shakes, and salads. I swear. And a quick pass, and that one falls incomplete, and that's going to stop the clock. We'll take that.
And I think that's number 13 there for the Sailors, Ben Schott, he's been an inch away.
4 balls
from some game-changing plays.
Yeah.
And that's not bad. Hey, the kid's a sophomore.
Yeah.
And that wasn't bad. I mean, that was great defense. He jumped the play.
Oh, yeah, but he's had some plays where he's going to see him in his sleep, man. So Peck again from the gun, inside handoff here to Hernandez. Hernandez rips off about 4 yards on the play. He's going to be close to the 24, maybe 25-yard line. Really depends on the spot.
And like I said, for number 13, Schott, it's not been a bad play. He just jumped the ball. It was a great play, but he's been about an inch away on 4 plays that could have changed the course of this game. But hey, you know what? When you got a kid who's a sophomore and you're calling his number because he's all over the field playing the way he is, that's kudos to him. I think number 13, Ben Schott's having a heck of a game.
He sure is. He's in the right place.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going to make those plays.
Right.
I mean,
he's going to find himself. He's 6 foot, 145 pounds. Maybe in a season or two, he's at 6'2", 6'3", and $180, and he's making those plays.
We're calling a lot of sophomores and juniors numbers here. The future is bright. 3rd down, 6 to go for the first. Ball marked down at about the 24.5-yard line. From the gun is Peck. He's got one man in the backfield. Back to pass is Peck. He throws that ball up, and it's broken up there. Nice defensive play by Cole Gideon.
Yeah, really nice play. And again, that's going to bring up 4th and long. So the Bulldogs are going to have to punt the ball. Now, I know the blue and white is up 35-7, so they can afford to mix it up a little bit. But why?
Yeah.
I mean, you were right. You were just grounding the ball and eating up the clock.
And 1 minute ticked off from the Sailors punt to just now. So huge opportunity here. And Tanner Raper, man, he can return it. We've seen him take a kickoff back. This is a line drive kick. They're going to let that fall. Get away from it. That's all right. Smart move, really.
No, smart. It was.
You wish he could have caught it, but it was one of those crazy line drive squibber kicks.
And you can't give up the turnover.
No.
So you got to get away from it. And I know Raper from having met him in the past couple weeks, and the tenacity and the passion he brings to the game, and I could see him at the end of the play slapping himself in the helmet because he wanted the return.
But he was smart not to take it off the bounce. So the ball's down at the 33-yard line here of Steamboat. Sailors moving left to right. 7:04 left in this ball game. They're down 35-7. Raper under center. Receivers to the right and left. 2 men in the backfield. Rolling to his right, he's got a man behind him. Throws that ball quickly, complete, and that looks like Gideon down the sideline. He's got the first down. He's over the 50-yard line, down to the 46-yard line of Moffat County.
And I'm gonna give you some props because you saw the number 2, but that was number 12, Ben Bogan.
Oh, wow.
Who came up with the play. Great downfield block, however, by number 2, Cole Gideon, to spring him for some extra yardage.
Hey, man, with these numbers.
I know, believe me.
And Luke's blaming it all on the coach. Handoff over the left to Russell. Russell over the right side, He's going to get the first down.
And more importantly, he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
So 6:52 left in this fourth and final quarter. 35-7 the score. Sailors on the move. And we've got an injured Bulldog on the field. And how about that? Number 55, Jack Tracy, helping the injured Bulldog off the field. If that's not sportsmanship, I don't know what is.
I mean, seriously. Number 55, Jack Tracy. Terry Nora, you got a stud there. You should be proud of your boys. They're excellent young men, and I know you are, but kudos from up here in the booth. Excellent guys. You've done well.
I may have gotten a little misty-eyed. May.
It changes when you're a dad. You see it so differently. It's outstanding.
1st and 10 for your Steamboat Sailors. Ball at the 36-yard line. Sailors down 35-7. Raper under center. Receivers to the right and left. Ball on the right hash mark. 2 men in the backfield. 4-step drop. Throws it down the right sideline. He's got a man in Gideon. Gideon! Oh, what a play!
That's pass interference. You can't pull his arms down while he's going for the ball. I mean, I'll give the refs kudos for letting him play the game, but come on, he pulled his arms down while he was going for the ball.
They have swallowed their whistles today, so they've been fairly consistent. But I will agree with you, that was another missed call here. Receivers to the right.
In the NFL, there's 6 flags on that.
Yeah,
play.
They would have reviewed it. And an inside handoff here. And who's got the ball? Nobody knows. I think Finn Russell.
No, Finn's in the backfield still.
Okay.
I might have been Morris that time. Oh, that was tough because Gideon made such a good play on the ball, man-to-man coverage. I just think when the defender pulls the receiver's arms down, you got to throw the flag. That's pass interference.
Receivers to the right and left, 2 men in the backfield. Handoff to Russell. Russell through the line. He's got the first down to the 22-yard line. Sailors 1st and 10.
6:12 left to go. Sailors offense is doing a good job. They're playing with some poise, some confidence. Let's see if they can push this ball into the end zone.
I'd like to thank our friends at Yampa Valley Bank. Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank. They are lending. 1st and 10. 2 men in the backfield. Back to pass. Raper, 5-step drop. Looks to his left. Throws to his left. And unfortunately, shot pulled up. He needed to continue down.
Get to the outside. He did. And like I said, that was good D. I think it was number 11 for the Bulldogs. Good defensive play there. But the one down our near side of the sideline, I mean, I'm not going to kick the dead horse, but perhaps I am. That was pass interference, and the flag should have come out.
Receivers to the right and left. 2 men in the backfield. Officials timeout here as they get set. 5:52 left in this ball game. Sailors down 35-7. Pitch over the right side to Russell. Russell puts his head down and gets to about the 20-yard line. Picks up a yard or 2 on the play.
And what do we got? 6, 7 blue and white jerseys over there to bring down number 40, Finn Russell. What a tough kid. Great football player and a tough kid.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 for the first.
And this is where the Sailors do not want to find themselves 3rd and long. It's been their Achilles heel this game.
1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left. Pitch to Russell over the left side. He's got positive yards, and he stays on his feet. We've got a flag down, though. He looks like he's going to get the first down with the extra effort, but that could be a hold.
That might be a hold in that part of the field.
It's 5:15 left in the game. The clock stops with the flags on the field. Thanks to Alpine Lumber, employee-owned and operated, the contractor's choice, and the homeowner's friend. And that is a hold. And that one gets marked off from the spot of the foul, and that hurts.
That does, boy.
We got third and a country mile now.
And I was saying before, the Sailors don't want to find themselves in third and long. Third in a different area code is a whole different ball of wax. They're going to have to spread the field.
Third down, about 20 to go for the first. Ball marked down at the 32-yard line. Sailors need to get to what? The 14 and a half? 13 and a half? Raper under center, one man in the backfield, back to pass. Blitz, good job by Morris to pick that one up. He throws it down the middle. That one's passed, caught, touchdown, Cole Gideon. Sailors on the board.
And you can give the credit to that touchdown to number 7, Morris, who picked up the blitz in the backfield, gave his quarterback a little extra time. Touchdown, Sailors.
So the Sailors take it to the bank with 4:44 left in this ball game, 35-13.
And was that Cade Gideon?
That was Cole. That was the older brother.
The pass?
No, I don't think so. Maybe I thought it was Tanner, but I could be wrong. Although Gideon with the hole, now it's low. He's looking. Broken play, and he is down. It was a low snap. And unfortunately, at that point, tough play.
They've had a few snaps that have been a little bit in the turf. I would like to, I missed it because just like you, I watched the blitz coming in, and I watched Morris pick it up, and that sprung the play, and it was an outstanding job. Live by the blitz, die by the blitz, because number 2, Gideon, was wide open down that field.
I think it was Tanner who threw the ball, but yeah.
Was it Tanner?
Yeah. White sleeves.
Yeah.
Monroe Parks up here, our spotter, and he's also on the camera, as is Wyatt.
Really nice job then by number 27, Tanner Raper, and I'll hear about it next week for not giving him the kudos straight away. But again, number 7, Morris, picked up the blitz and just did a fantastic job to give the quarterback a couple extra seconds, let the play develop, and pick up the Sailor touchdown. Put them back on the scoreboard. They're down 35-13 now with 4:37 to go on the clock.
Are we going to see an onside kick here? It looks like they're going to kick it away. If they are, they're disguising it really well. A little squibber. That one's picked up at the 40 here. One of the mid guys, and Bulldogs take it into Steamboat territory, and they're down at about 40.
Nice job for the Bulldogs by number 17, Evan Atkin, to take that ball and not just make the clean reception, but to pick up some good yardage and rumble, stumble, and bumble down the field.
All right, so we are looking right now with 4:34 left in this ball game. Mike, we need the Johnny Be Good Shake and Bake play of the game, and we also need the Russell's Auto Salon collusion of the game, and we've seen a few of them.
There's been some good collisions. There always are when the black and red matches up against the blue and white. But I'll tell you what, I'm really impressed by this Moffat County Bulldog team. I didn't have much of scouting report on them. I was watching the Sailors a lot this week. This Bulldog team is athletic. They're well coached. They know their assignments, and the quarterback has got a beautiful touch on the ball, and the coaches they play call to his strengths, which are those quick flare passes down the middle. And the Bulldog team is a team that's going to play into the postseason. I'm almost sure of it.
I'm going to give and I agree with you, I'm going to give the Russell's Auto Salon collision of the game to that last block by Mr. Morris.
Yeah, I'll give that. That was a
Chris
great job.
Morris, as you said, and I even picked it up, which is always scary if I pick up a block while calling the play-by-play. Morris with a great block, big collision right there, and that saved that play and enabled Raper to throw that ball right down the field, right down the seam to Cole Gideon. So from the gun, Peck has got receivers to the right. 2 to the left, throws that one over the middle. That play's worked for him all day long.
That's exactly what I just said. The Bulldogs, although I'm surprised they're going to the pass at this point in the game, that's their strength. They go from the slot, the receiver runs a skinny post down the middle. The ball is in the air before he's breaking out of his pattern, and boy, it's been their bread and butter.
From the gun, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and a handoff over the left side. And that is Hernandez, and he's going to bumble and stumble and pick up about 8 yards on the play.
Sailors had opportunities in the backfield to bring them down, but you can see now a little bit of the gas is going out of the Sailors. I will say this, the most impressive thing for your hometown team right now is their lack of quit. They have not given up on either side of the ball. They've been playing tough. Easy to quit when you come out of the locker room to start the second half down 35-0, but the Sailors had nothing to do with it, and they're still playing tough football.
Hey, they won the second half here, at least for now. They've scored 13 points, and they've shut this Bulldog team down, but the Bulldogs are knocking at the door at the 20-yard line of Steamboat. Peck from the gun. Handoff again here to Hernandez over the right side of the line. Nice gang tackle there by your Steamboat Sailors.
Yeah, I think that was led by number 51, Cuevas. Really did a nice job coming up and making the tackle.
Clock ticking with 3:26 left in this ball game. Sailors down 35-13 on Friday the 13th. And the quarterback for the Moffat County Bulldogs, wearing number 13, Ryan Peck, has had a nice game, as had Hernandez and Alexander. Inside handoff there, and that's going to be good for the first down, depending on the spot.
Well, that's going to be a first down, and you know what? I got to give some props, especially when it's a number we haven't called too much this evening. Number 26, Jaden Kenry, making the tackle on that previous play with number 51, Caleb Cuevas. Nice job by number 26, Kenry.
Carrying the ball for the Bulldogs, Taryn Teeter, sophomore. Had a brother that was a senior last year. And that's going to bring up we got a penalty on the play. And it looks like... but
I didn't see any... Was it a face mask?
It may have been. So that's going to bring up a 1st and goal for the Bulldogs inside the 10-yard line down to the 9. 2:55 and counting left in this ball game. Bulldogs up 35-13. Let's see if the Sailors can batten down the hatches here and keep the Bulldogs out of the end zone. Turnover here would be really, really nice.
Sure would. We'll take it. Pick 6.
I'd like to thank Mountain View Car Wash, helping the Sailors clean the competition between town and the mountain on Highway 40. I'm going to say the shake and bake play is that pass and catch, too, into the end zone for Cole Gideon from Tanner Raper for the Johnny B. Good shake and bake play. Okay, from the gun is Peck. He's got Hernandez to his right. 2 receivers off to the left. He hands that ball off to Hernandez. Sailors back him up, but that kid keeps his feet moving, and he gains some yards.
And he did. He ran into big number 52, Ryan Hansman, the junior defensive lineman who stood him up and brought him down. See, this is more of the game I expected. This half is what, a 13-0 Sailor game with the Bulldogs driving the ball on the ground. This is kind of what I was expecting. That first quarter explosion where in the blink of an eye, the Sailors were down 20-0. It was just shocking. I mean, it really was.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hernandez in the backfield, handoff up the middle to Hernandez. Good job by the Sailors. Gang tackle there, led by number 55, Ryan Hansen.
Jack Tracy.
Jack Tracy.
That's okay. It's getting late. 3rd down and 5. Yeah, number 55, Tracy, in on the tackle with number 40, Russell. Good job by the defense of the Sailors. Going to bring up 3rd and goal, I believe.
3rd down, goal to goal. Ball marked down at about the 5.5-yard line. Steamboat Sailors faithful still here on their feet, banging on the metal bleachers. Peck from the gun. He's got Hernandez, and he's going to throw it down the left side, and that one is going to be complete for a touchdown. That was a nice pass and catch.
It really was. Nice job by number 13.
He threaded the needle. That was a tight window.
Did. I didn't think the ball got through there.
And I
Great job on the defense, on the offensive side of the ball.
And I think this is why Jamie Nelson trusts his quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, this kid's the real deal.
He does.
So just like that, it's 41-13 with 1:06 left in this ball game. Lining up for the extra point is Peck.
Tough break.
Here comes the snap, the hold. It's down. The kick is up, and it is good.
That got through there?
Yeah, barely, but he got it. 42-13.
Hey, while we got a little time, I got to give a shout out. Happy birthday, 40th birthday to Big Chris Cole, a fantastic guy, great steamboatian, and he's having his birthday party tonight. Great guy. Chris, Margot, Sadie, they're a wonderful family and a great part of our community. Happy 40th birthday, Mr. Cole.
And where does Chris work?
I believe I know he's a carpenter, and I believe he's working for Danny Gilchrist.
Nice. Well, fantasy football. How'd you do last week?
I won.
I see you're first place in the Eastern Division.
And the Raiders are in first place. Raiders are undefeated.
Yeah, way to go.
How many times have Raider fans said that sentence?
In the Johnny B. Goods Fantasy Football League. Who got the high score of the week, though?
I don't think it matters.
No, it does not matter
at all. I can tell you this much. You know the Yankees are 20 games in front of the Red Sox while we're bringing up dirty laundry here.
Do you know who the world champions are? The Boston Red Sox.
Not for long.
Let's see. Oh, skips off the ground. Squib kick there, picked up by number 24 for your Steamboat Sailors.
Brody Bosick. Kid's got good hands. He's come through a few times.
Looked like a shortstop there.
He did.
You are tuned to KTYV Sports on FM. I'd like to thank our friends at the Paoli Group. Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals, Mountain Mattress and Furniture, Johnny B. Goods Diner, Burlette Roofing. Of course, our friends at Russell's Auto Salon, Mountain View Car Wash, Alpine Lumber, and Yampa Valley Bank. 48 seconds left in this ball game. It is all but done. And for 2 years in a row now, maybe 3, the Moffat County Bulldogs have beaten your Steamboat Sailors fairly soundly, although the Sailors played a nice half of football. The pitch to Morris over the right side. He's got some positive yards as he is close to a first down at about the 39.
Great job by Morris. But how about number 27 for the Bulldogs, who came from the far side, Joe Campagna.
He's had a great game. He's one of these linebackers.
You know, he was coming from the far side, and I thought, it's nice of him to make the pursuit, but he doesn't have a snowball's chance of making the tackle. And he did. He had closure on the ball carrier and came up with the from behind tackle. Outstanding job by number 27.
So the clock's rolling down, and the Sailors are going to let it do so. Mike Deemer from Johnny B. Goods.
Thanks for inviting me back.
We'll be in for the Deluxe Day Starter tomorrow morning. 2 eggs over easy, bacon sourdough. Mike, thank you so much for joining me. Thanks to all of our sponsors, Yampa Valley Bank, Alpine Lumber, Mountain View Car Wash, Yampa Valley Tire Pros, Russell's Auto Salon, Steamboat Ace Hardware, the Paoli Group, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals, Mountain Mattress and Furniture, Johnny B. Goods, and Burlette Roofing.
Next week we'll be in Middle Park, right?
We will be in Middle Park.
It's like the North Pole over there now with this weather.
It's probably like 20 right now.
I'm going over. I'm going to camp, and we're going to call the game. Folks, tune in. We'll be broadcasting live next week from Middle Park High School.
It's Steamboat Sailors football. I'm Brian Harvey saying so long. Congratulations to the Moffat County Bulldogs for winning a big one here at Gardner Field. We'll be in Middle Park next week, Friday night, as we hit on the road. You can listen to this game right here on KTYV Sports on FM at 105.7 and on the World Wide Web at steamboatradio.com.
Hi, Bridget here from Steamboat Ace. We are so proud to be a part of the Steamboat community. It's our priority to support and encourage positive activities and hobbies for our youth. How do we do that? In addition to local scholarships, Ace invites the Sailor community to fundraise for their activity or club by providing a great venue and supplies to host